the verdict, lonely for at least 44 months now. Did you know when this stream first started off, Logan used to talk to himself a lot more? Thank you all for being here so Logan can feel like he isn't so lonely. He is lonely, but he can pretend like he isn't now.
Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Remember, although we are all eager to help get Trucy Wright acquitted, if you see her, please do not respond if she asks you, "What have you got under there?" Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream.
Underwear?
What did I just say? Thank you, Rukov.
The joke needed a spike.
And we're live! And the spike was appreciated. Thank you very much, Rukov. I wasn't sure whether to break character or not, or to keep doing the narrator voice. What would you guys think if I did an entire... Thank you, Weedle, for the Tomcat. What would you guys think if I did a stream just entirely in the twitch.tv/LoganRobo narrator voice? By the way, Rukov, thank you for the 3 sets of 10 bits. The 30, wait, no, 2 were bits, and 1 was re-up at a sub. Your Prime sub 44 months. And yes, when I first started, I talked to myself a lot, because there was like 3 people. There was Rukov, there was Lucy Seesaw, there was occasionally Clam, and I feel like that was about it. I mean, other people would pop in once in a while. Let's read some of the chat here. Extemporaneous was here bright and early with a lurk saying, random transformer check, projector bot. I'm actually not sure on that one. I assume, based on how it sounds, I'm guessing that's like a character who appeared either in a comic book or in a cartoon that turned into a projector but never got a name. Because that doesn't sound like an actual proper name, would be my guess, Extemporaneous. And a would you rather? Would you rather be unable to use search engines or unable to use social media? Well, I do have an opinion on this. Okay, I don't know if I brought this up before. Is it just me, or in the last, 5 years, have search engines just gone to crap? Like, they're kind of worthless now. And so I feel like also half the time when you're trying to look up something on a search engine, it just points you to a page on one of the various social media platforms. So even though I have strong feelings about social media, I'd probably be better off just ditching the search engines and sticking with social media. What? Vero!
Surprise. Hello, everyone.
Vero! On the last several streams, we have missed you so much! I cannot tell you, if you watch the VODs, you'll see multiple times. We'll go, I'm not just me, but other people in the chat will be like, we wish Vero was here, or other people call you Puzzles for some reason. But how are you, Vero? How are you doing? I don't know, were you just on your trip to see family this whole time? But welcome! And thank you for the 10 bits. And Extemporaneous also says, I'm so hyped for Logan to meet the new prosecutor. I can just hear his Logan-y response? I don't know what to make of that. I mean, we've heard about him, that he's a monk. That makes me think his entry or his first appearance is going to be memorable. But thank you for the lurk, Extemporaneous. Hopefully you can hang out with us again soon. Queen Katie says, howdy. I'm mostly hyped for both the prosecutor, and something else coming up for the trial, in the trial, if things go well. Things will not go well. Said, also, it's a funny clip, but I have a clip as soon as we start the trial. Nice. But how you doing, Queen Katie, Extemporaneous, Rukov, Vero, Weedle? There's Jackson on saying, thanks. I was sick today with a fever and was kind of bored not being able to do much, so this really helps. I'm glad you being here helps me. I'm just happy I get to hang out with people. And Magpie says, good evening, chat. Magpie in our house. And then laughing, how you doing, Magpie? Oh, a poll just appeared. What is more important in your daily life? Search engines, RL spell check. Oh, is that because you use them as a spell check? I actually do that sometimes. I use search engines as a spell check. Social media, saying puppy kick. Wow, someone's voting for that. Light mode or dark mode? Well, I will cast one single democratic vote for light mode. And let's get into loading up the game. I actually don't quite remember where we left off. Wait, is this not? Why is it autosave? Did I forget to like actually save afterward? What's it? 8:54:31. You know what? I'm not sure. I guess this looks like it's later. 10:42. So I guess we'll do the. No, I'm pretty sure I saved. I bet I probably forgot to just close the game for like 10 minutes after stream or something like that. I bet. So we were in the understage area, I believe, and we found out that Bonnie. We weren't in the understage. Yeah, we were here. That's right. We found out that Bonnie is not a nice person. She's still adorable, and that Reggie Rettens is basically like Sanji from One Piece over her. And we've just been examining this place. I can't quite remember exactly what we're supposed to do next. Our court record should tell us. Look into Roger Retten's whereabouts during the show. That's right, we got his alibi here. Wait, so hang on, but we already got his alibi. Let me try loading the actual, this one and see if that, I hope I didn't forget to save at the end of the stream last night. Oh yeah, okay, no, we are past this. All right, so never mind. We're loading back up. Well, why is this save listed as before that time? That's so weird. Wait. Oh, did I stagger the saves? Huh? Wait. What? 9:05. Hang on, I'm very confused. Give me 1 second. Why has that got a later timestamp? I think I might have forgotten to save. So we're just gonna skip through this because we got the alibi for Reggie Rettens. We found out that he was here in the studio this whole time. And yeah, so I think we had to click a couple of things more. We had to click this and then that, and then we're gonna be out of here. And the poll is done, and saying Puppy Kicker won with 496 votes. And was surprise, Weedle contributed 450 channel points. Speaking of which, I see Weedle's comment here in chat saying, "Hey there, Puppy Kicker, Stink not eating any Fun Dip Man, eating enough Fun Dip Man, and Stinky Puppy Kicker Stink and Kitten wake her upper and Stinky Puppy Kicker Stink." Okay, I actually felt bad today. I woke my cat up from her nap a couple times because she was so cute and I had to pet her. But like I wake her up and then she was still happy and like being petted, and then when I stopped, she just went back to sleep. So I don't think that's that bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind that much getting woken up from like sleeping if it's to get like a massage from a giant and then I can just go back to sleep. Let's see. Widow says you wouldn't last that long. Wait. What wouldn't last that long? Quick 80 said, Google it isn't the best thing to say anymore. No, because okay, have you guys had this happen a lot where I'll type in like a 3-word thing that I'm looking for, and all these results will come up, and a lot of them underneath will say like, this word omitted. It's like, no, don't omit that word. I typed in those 3 words because I'm looking for whatever all 3 of those words are. Quick 80 says, DeVero, I missed you. Vera says, I live. Quick 80 said, we finally have a mod. Oh, that's right. We've been modless, rudderless along the sea. Okay, so just reviewing this here. This was what got the alibi. So we talked here a little bit, and we found out that Roger Retten, I don't know why I forgot to save, apparently, but fortunately we're not backtracking that much, that he was here the entire time during the incident, but then afterward he rushed over right away. So I do think it is possible that Mysterious wasn't actually dead when we saw him flop out of the coffin, but then when the dragon fell on him, that was like to cause a commotion, and so he still might have gone over there at that point and helped with the stabbing. I don't know how far away this place is from Penrose Theater, huh?
That's why you add to search words without any of them being omitted. The more you know.
Oh, okay, TTS didn't say, but it's little quote marks. And yes, and now you have to, and I do remember that sometimes, but I just get frustrated that it's not just automatically assumed that if I ask to search for a word, that I'm looking for that word. Because you know what it feels like, honestly, and sorry, I'll get off my soapbox about search engines. What it feels like is that search engines used to go, oh, here's what you're looking for. Here's all the things we can find on the internet that has what you're looking for. Now it feels like it's using, I don't know if it's algorithms or AI search assistant or something like that to go, all right, here's what you typed in. Here's what we, in our infinite wisdom, think you actually need to find. Not what you're asking for, not what you're actually looking for, but here's what we divine that you actually need. And it's like, shut up, search engine. Don't think you know me. You don't know me. Like, seriously, they don't. Have you guys ever looked in like some social media platforms? I know Instagram does this, I'm sure others do, where it like let you check in your information what topics it thinks that you're interested in, that it like tries to do for advertising and stuff on your For You things that you don't follow. I checked that, and half of it is like completely off. So they don't know me very well, like at all. Let me read a couple more comments. We'll go back in here. Oh yeah, because that's right. We're still skipping ahead to get his alibi because I didn't save apparently. Widow says, Queen Katie, bring it then. Queen Katie said, Vero, there have been multiple quotes I made. Oh, that's right. Queen Katie's made a bunch, and I don't remember any of them. Vera said, send them my way, and I'll add to them. Magpie says, yes, yes, yes. New prosecutor is what I'm here for. I'm worried. I know he's a monk, and it sounds like he's like very calm and collected, but it sounds like maybe when he gets mad, he gets like really mad. But yeah, so the whole thing is that he was here the whole time, and then as soon as he could, though, after the incident, he ran over there. So that was the last thing we saw. Well, I guess we got just about everything we can out of this place. Looks like Renton's alibi is pretty airtight. But if that's true, then who could have killed Mr. Reyes? Who?
Logan, you know you can add quotes like us marks, right?
Yes. I know now.
Old man Logan is complaining about back in his day.
What?
Nowadays you don't just put in 3 words, you can ask a question. Or you can act like an old man like Rukov and put all terms I need in separate quotations for each word it has to have.
Oh man, I just think that Old Man Logan reminds me of that Wolverine comic book story. It is weird having like a famous character that's like named after you. Reminds me of me and my that one good friend of mine, the one who passed away last year. One time we went out in LA to a taping of the podcast Doug Loves Movies. I don't know if you guys ever listened to it, but they do have this whole thing where they'll have like a contest at one point where they'll pick a couple of people from the audience. Their guests will like correspond to those audience members, and whoever wins, those audience members get a prize. And the way that you try to get selected is you hold up like a big sign that's a movie poster that you Photoshop to include your name on it. And so for my movie poster, it was just a picture of the poster for the movie Logan, because that's my name. So it was easy. But thank you, Vero and Ruka, for the 10 bits. And yes, and Vero, I know now that I can do that. So looks like we're pretty much done here. Should we go back to the office? We can get a snack and talk over our plan of attack. Sounds good to me. But the last thing we want to do is, I think, look at this. I can't remember. I think we might have actually clicked this sign also last time. Look at the logo above the screen. Scandal, Gamble, Gambit. Is that the title of the show? Yup. Haven't you ever seen it? They present scandalous rumors about celebrities. Oh, that's right, because the everything crashed last time. That's why I didn't save. I forgot about that. The game crashed. That was why. And then people bet on whether the rumors are true or not. Oh, so it's just another tasteless TV show. It looks like Trucy's their next target. Today's scandal, why do you have to ask? It's the murder. I don't think Trucy has other scandals. Everybody seems frighteningly fine with her underwear-themed magic act. Tragedy on stage. Did Trucy Wright cause an accident, or did she commit murder? I'd prefer a third option. It looks like murder is in the lead. Well, I say neither. Then we'll just have to create a third option tomorrow in court. Okay, so I think that's everything. So it sounds like we got to go back to the Write Anything agent. So we're back on track. Let me double check our checklist here. Oh yeah, so I think we just go back to the Write Anything agency. And, oh wait. First of all, let's try presenting our new show footage. Can we watch? Oh, it's probably just a video. Let's try presenting it here. Nope, nothing new. Okay, so we're going back to the Write Anything agency. Huh?
I think it'll be hilarious that they have a voting system for their articles.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like that's got to be a Japan thing, right? Because it seems like in Japan, everything is all about ranked and voting. You know, all of their like weekly shonen manga publications, they are always having like monthly, who's your favorite character? Which is your favorite story that you're reading right now? And so yeah, I feel like that's like a huge thing. Everything you always vote on the popularity of. What was that? Oh, something just happened. I got a follow from Butter Spades. That's right. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I don't know if you've written anything in chat yet. I tried to let every new person know two things. Number one, I do read every comment in chat. I just sometimes get a bit far behind. And so if you have written something and I haven't read it yet, I will get to it. I'm only a little bit behind right now, but I may get farther behind. I may catch up. I don't know. And Butter Spades, the other thing to let you know, our schedule, we stream Tuesdays.
TTS, the word butter isn't good RN to me.
Oh, that's right. Crystal's been playing Danganronpa 1. If you know, you know. Thank you, Crystal. How are you doing? Thank you for the TTS. And yes, so Butter Spades, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. Advanced warning for next week. Next Friday, I may have to cancel the stream because of a performance conflict. I'll post about that on Discord tomorrow when I post the official schedule. Oh, and one more thing. Would you prefer butter or spades? Whatever I know you as when I first meet you, I'll know you as forever. Or if you just want to lurk, and I appreciate the follow. You don't even have to type anything, but I appreciate you being here and for the thank you for the follow.
Loser. Still not Clem RM. Okay, Rukov goes to bed. Unless you see a random poll making fun of Logan, then there is a 33.333% repeating. Of course that it will be Rukov.
Of course, I appreciate you adding the repeating at the end so we know that it is actually 1/3. But thank you very much, Rukov, for the 10 bits. Get some sleep. You've earned it. Get some rest. You're awesome. So we're down to 1, but we still have 1 mod. All right, let's play a little bit more so you're not staring at a black screen, everybody. Although, since you all apparently prefer dark mode, maybe you prefer this. Maybe this is like your natural habitat. And again, Butter Spades, thank you very much for the follow. I hope my copious amounts of thanks has not like made you regret it and go like unfollow. This guy is like paying too much attention to me. April 27th, right? Anything agency. What in the wild? Oh, what? Wow! Oh, repossessed! Oh, crap! Wait, no, okay, so this is because of, Reggie Rettins, right? Because he's saying that if Trucy caused this problem, we gotta pay $3 million. But we still gotta, like, don't we have to adjudicate this in court and show that it's not Trucy's fault? No, there's even one on Charlie! No! Okay, you can have everything else, but you can't take Charlie! What's going on here? I also just love the idea that Phoenix Wright is out of town for all of this. That, like, his livelihood is being destroyed. His daughter is in prison for murder. And he's just out of town going like, hey, we should see the sights and, you know, go see how Maya's doing. All these stickers say repossessed. I didn't even know they were possessed for the first time. I thought only Maya and Pearl could be possessed. Who did this? Who's responsible for this? Okay, that's gonna be Rettins, right? Is it Roger or Reggie? I keep getting mixed up. Whoa, now this is a restricted area, champ. No trespassing. I see. Trespassing? But this is our office. You're the one who's trespassing. Enough with the lip, boy. Don't tell me you forgot about your debt. What are you talking about? I'm just abiding by the contract, which, by the way, last time I was correct in my guess. We figured out it was false that he just used a carbon paper to copy over her signature onto a different contract. So I should read some more in the chat because I feel like I'm already getting a bit farther behind. Let's see, where did I leave off? Queen Katie says, I'll go through the VODs for you. Many may have been because of Junpei. Said, which, by the way, Vero, please check spoiler chat. I have a great clip for you. Oh, there's nothing. Shivering me timbers. I'm late. Didn't have my phone on. Well, if we get that diary back, I actually have a feeling we're going to read a lot of that diary in court. Just saying, how are you? Vera said, we're already in the second case? What do you mean already? The first case took 3 streams. And I think we're already 3 streams into this one. Were you not actually out of town? Did you like were you cryogenically frozen? Did you skip like a couple weeks into the future? Queen Katie said, yep. We would have started the trial last time, but computer died literally right before we got there. I know, we were only like halfway through the stream. Nora said, what's happening in the game right now? I haven't watched the last two. I only watched like half of last Sunday's. Okay, so this guy, Roger Rettens, who you met before, it turned out that this contract he had Trucy sign, the real contract he had her sign, he had a carbon paper underneath it and this fake one underneath, which made her liable to pay $3 million if something happened to cancel the show. And so now he's trying to take over the Write Anything agency. Meanwhile, when we went in the understage, we hid behind some stuff and found out that Bonnie is not actually nice and that she and him are plotting to ruin the reputation of Trucy. It's still not clear which one of them is a murderer. I still suspect that Bonnie has a twin. I think Chad asked what the twin's name could be. I think they might have said Harriet instead of Hare. Could be Usagi, because that's like, I think, Japanese for rabbit. Could be Luna, because up on the rafters there was the rabbit and there was the moon. But yeah, I'm still convinced that something like that's happening. Queen Katie said, one location left, Logan, by the way, as a reminder. Is it this location? Nora said, Bonnie, not nice person, but she's so adorable. Oh, don't worry, she's still adorable evil, but she's evil. What?
Poll.
Oh, there's a poll. Thank you, Vera. I didn't even notice that I was talking so much. There's a poll. Which repossessed items would you buy? The Phoenix beanie, magic props, Charlie the Plant piano, or Zach's deathboard? I would buy Charlie the Plant to give it back to Phoenix. I showed you guys a picture from, there was like a very, very small, it wasn't even like a real convention. It was more like a nerdy convention-esque swap meet that happened locally here this past year. And one of the booths had said they weren't for sale yet, but it was almost like Etsy crafty stuff. And one of the things was Phoenix beanies, but it had like one up and it was like, not for sale yet. It was like a coming soon thing, like a prototype or something like that. But it looks like Magic Props is currently in the lead. And it's going to be ending soon, probably. Nora said, what I missed last time. Well, hopefully that catches you up. Let me know if you have any questions. Vera said, smart. Oh, and the poll is done and Magic Props wins, with 71% of the vote, with Nora contributing 18 channel points. As long as those props don't include anyone's magic underwear, that is where I draw the line. I'm just abiding by the contract. If the agency can't pay me, I have every right to seize its property. Am I right? Just like that, we haven't even had a chance to take this to trial. Hey, if you're gonna be mad, shouldn't Trucy be the one you're mad at? I told you, serves you right for getting involved with those grammaries. Why, you dirty rotten! Oh, and we can just talk to, hey, buddy. Buddy, you wanna see something? Wanna see Trucy's diary? You wanna read Trucy's diary with me? What? You want me to repo that too? I'll take anything you wanna give me as collateral. I know, it's not for you! Oh, I'd better be careful not to show him any important evidence. Important evidence? Like the show footage? No, okay, so that's what he says when he has nothing to say. Let's just quickly check through everything about stage lift number 2. No, you can't repossess the stage lift. That's not even here. These aren't things we have. These are things we merely have knowledge. Oh, we gotta show him the clipboard. Yes. Oh, well, what's this? Oh, you want me to look at something? Don't show him that now, Apollo. He'll just try to take it from you. Yeah, good point. Better play our cards close to our chests. What do you want, a handout? Fine, here. Now go away, kids, you bother me. Oh, Apollo! The humiliation! He's treating us like beggars! If it bothers you so much, why do you have your palms stretched out? She'll take the money. All right, so I'm guessing he has nothing else to say to any of these things. Contracts, the original contract, blah, 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 blah. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else new. Yeah, the fire thing. What about the fingerprints? And anything beyond this point, I'm pretty sure that we've already presented to him, yeah. So let's, I guess, talk to this guy. See, Queen Katie, even though you're saying one location left, we're already almost a half hour into stream, and I've accomplished nothing. Office seizure. Oh, if the office is having a seizure, we gotta get it to a hospital. Like a building hospital. I mean, hospitals are buildings, but like a hospital for buildings. What are you gonna do with all of our stuff? Sell it, of course, every last bit of it. That's why I'm seizing everything. And I'll take this little office of yours, too. You think you could just waltz in here and do whatever you want? I'm gonna headcanon that this entire time Pearl Faye is over at the office, and he's just put a repossessed label like over her forehead, and she's just like sitting there, like just not knowing what's going on. Indeed I do, unless you write whatever warehouse joker's got 3 million ready. Ah! I didn't know then, because I gotta recoup my money somehow. After all, the entire program went south because of Trucy. It's called liability for compensation, and this infantile agency is the liable party. Why, you black-hearted! Hey, don't be racist against my heart. Hey, Apollo, what about the crooked clipper? The one you told me not to show him? Yeah! What do you want me to do now, show him? It's no good. We don't have any proof that Rettins was behind it. Darn. Hey, you're gonna have to do better than that, folks. Looks like the famed Mr. Right left behind nothing but incompetent noobs to run things. No way! He was counting on Mr. Right to be away for this plan of his? Also, like, can we go to... What's that?
That's gonna go on.
Oh, Phoenix is here!
Go into the montage when I build it.
Oh, and I hear Z dig. Oh, this is when you guys did Pokemon Smash or Pass.
Eyes, do with that what you will.
That's a sentence that I don't want to hear again.
Nipple eyes. Look me in the eyes when you fuck me.
Wait, did you just call those nipple eyes? Phoenix?
My nipples
Phoenix?
were up here.
Phoenix, how are you? I assume, unless somebody just randomly did a shout out for you, even though you're gone. But thank you, Vero, for doing that shout out. Oh, no, there's a poll. Since we have Logan time, what do we call his tech issues? I mentioned on Discord calling it Logan Tech, but we'll see what you guys say. Logan crash, Logan buy, Logan Tech, Logan dies. Other, tell us in chat. Well, I'll vote Logan Tech. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I feel like we're so close to the trial. Because all we gotta do is, I guess, just give up on Shonen and think, but we should have gone over to, hopefully we haven't been just like handling this clipboard with our bare hands. I mean, we took it apart. We should probably have gone to Emma and like asked her to dust it for fingerprints. Because except it was a different stagehand that brought it, right? Because that was before he came over to the studio. But still, we ought to be, there should be a paper trail, a literal carbon paper trail. Let's see, I'll read a couple more comments in the chat though. Vera was saying, Rukov smart. Queen Katie said, you could just speed through it, to be honest. I think I did, sorta. We're caught up. Vera said, no more Tomcats. Well, for a little bit, there's a cooldown. Magpie says to Nora, not much, only lasted about an hour. Weedle says, I have 2. Nora says, I was informed that Logan read Trucy's diary. I'm ready to throw hands with a blue-eyed light mode puppy kicker. I don't know who you can be, but Chad, you all remember. You all remember what's in the diary? We talked about this, you remember? Magpie says, I'm convinced the cats sleep 12 hours a day statistic is wrong. Cats probably sleep a normal amount, but we just keep waking them up every 15 minutes to gently smush their faces and kiss them. That's about right. That is about right. My cat is so freaking cute when she sleeps. And like when she's awake, she's a very playful cat. And so if she's like too wide awake and I go to pet her, she'll be like, no, I want to play, and just stuff like that. And so when she's like sleepy, then she's like kind of rolls around and is like, oh yeah, pet me, this is so nice. So yes. All right, let's keep going here a little bit. No way, he was counting on Mr. Right to be away for this plan of his? What a 2-bit dog. Well, show him. What? Oh, there's the sugar. That expression, it's priceless. So how does it feel to lose the precious office your boss left you in charge of? Say something dumb. Grr! Something dumb! Oh crap, why do I have to do whatever I see on a cue card? Oh, the poll is done. And the winner is Logan Dies with 89% of the vote, with Nora contributing 860 channel points. Someone's a little mad about the diary, I think. Now, not to rub it in or anything, but I think you should know where you stand right now. Oh man, what now? Oh, there's where we stand. Right here. Actually, I'm sitting right now, so I don't know if that counts. Here, have a gander. The trial of young up-and-coming magician Trucy Wright is scheduled for tomorrow. We are here just outside the office of the suspect, hoping for an exclusive peek inside. What? Is this live? Apollo, look, there's a sea of reporters outside. Oh, a questionable-looking pair are peeking out the window at this very moment. Why is one of them dressed like a maid for no reason? Our viewers at home can see for themselves their vicious, brutal expressions. Yellow journalism at its finest. And that's the way it is. Oh, no, it's this music again. This like super serious, dramatic music. I should like maybe see if I can find this track and have this be the pre-show music. This is so like, stuff's happening. Let's see. Whittle says, and 3 if you count the puppy commands. Queen Katie said, I also tend to put dash to remove certain things like AI art these days. Oh, I gotcha. With them, huh?
I can't unsee how much he looks like Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, somebody else was saying that before, Robert Downey Jr. So somebody said Robert Downey Jr. Somebody else said Johnny Depp. I still think he's got a very Sanji from One Piece. You gotta see him do his like, well, but you played the game before, right, Vera? So you've seen that. But like his little curly beard even reminds me of like the curls in Sanji's eyebrows. But yeah, he's got a little bit of Robert Downey Jr., a little bit of Johnny Depp, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
TTS y'all can take everything, just not the Beanie and Charlie. Keep them out of our hands.
I know. Everything else has got to be worth $3 million, right? I mean, to be fair, the photo of Zach Gramarye, like owned by his daughter, he was a celebrity. That's got to be worth like maybe 100K or something like that. But thank you very much, Vero, for the 10 bits and Crystal for the TTS. Let's see. Weevil says, not to bring it, Bing as the search engine. Bing it! I feel like on principle I need to refuse to use Bing. I'm sure it's fine, but it's too needy. I don't. No. Quick Katie said, by the way, should I grab the quotes in order or should I just label them by games and dates? I think whatever Vero thinks is easiest, probably. Like me, my brain would say in order, but it's up to Vero. Oh, Vera says the latter, please. Okay, so see, Vera's brain says the other way. And Quick Kitty Salute says, noted. Vera said the dates will be off, but the games will still be there. Quick Kitty says, gotcha. Man, if only I remembered what day Vero got ghosted, lol, so I know where to start. Nora says, does Athena know you read Trucy's diary? Well, I think Athena's been following us every step of the way. We've like presented it to her. So yeah. Crystal says, Vero, you're here. Vera says, I'm here. Crystal says, night, Rukov. Vera says, rest well. Queen Kitty says, good night, Rukov. And says, oh, Logan's on the final location. I am, so let's keep going. Let's get to the trial so we can meet the prosecutor. And that's the way it is. The majority of the public already thinks Trucy is guilty. They saw the whole thing happen with their own eyes during the show's live broadcast. Everybody in the country is against you. See, that type of line makes me think that, as I said, that Reyes wasn't actually dead yet at that point. I kind of wish I could. I probably should just go back and watch the VODs to see that animation when it happened, because the footage that we have is from the TV station where you don't see the body come out. Because I'm trying to remember if there was any blood on his back yet. I don't think there was. No way! No office, no allies. Are you sure you still want to represent that girl? Oh, of course we do! We believe in her innocence! Oh, go ahead, think what you want. It's a free country. Well, I mean, only kind of. Have you paid attention to how our legal system works? Oh, it is a nightmare dystopia. Just know that you'll be the biggest losers in the end. In the meantime, feel free to keep on flopping around like the dying fish you are. Now then, you gotta be out of here by tomorrow. Take in this cozy little office tonight while you still can. Hang loose, baby. I like that he does that. I think we should bring this back. This is like, it's a fun thing to do. I can't believe we let Mr. Wright's office get placed under seizure. Of all the, this is just ridiculous. Crash! Eek! That's Pearl over there. I've been here the whole time. Look out. Oh, it's the reporters. Clear out. We don't want, oh, gallery? So it's just random people. Clear out. We don't want murderers here. It's an angry mob? Hey, if it's a fight you want, I'll take you on. I will murder all of you. You don't want murders here? I will give you murderers here. Come on! Yikes, get out of here before we get killed too. Huff, 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 huff. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe these people whom I threatened to murder would think we're murderers. We have to do something to protect ourselves and fast. What? Huh?
BTW, the track name is Investigation Core 2016 if you want to save it for later.
Yes, I'm gonna write that down. Hang on. Investigation Core 2016. Thank you very much, Vera. I appreciate that. I like that track. It's good. Also, I love how we have Bum Rap Riney. I almost said Phony Fanty, but that's the other one. On our little flip phone. So I guess this is Phoenix Wright's little ringtone here. Saying Crystal saying, yippee! And thank you for the 10 bits, Vera, in case I didn't say it. Wee Katie says, after this part will be the trial. Crystal says, huh? Nora says, dark mode is in fact my natural habitat. Why? Queen Katie says, oh yeah, Nora Trucy got scammed. Crystal said, no, not Charlie. Queen Katie said, Phoenix is just taking pictures of bulls over there. What, bulls? Was that a thing? I don't even remember. It's been so long. Nora says, I need to watch Thursday's stream. Then you'll fully understand what went down with the diary. Queen Katie said, quote, I can't wait to show Trucy this. Right, as he takes a 50th bull picture. Oh, that's right, because in the street, there was like the bull or something, and he was like, I want a picture of that. Crystal says, quote, no trespassing. This is our office, our place, our job. Okay, let's play a little bit more. It's Mr. Right. Beep. Apollo, I got your messages. How is she? Is Trucy okay? She's not crying, is she? Does she have a lawyer? Please don't let it be you and Athena. You two are awful. Wait until I get home. Ask Judge as a favor to postpone the trial for a day. And whatever you do, don't let anybody repossess everything in my office. Oh, Mr. Right. Oh, it's all a giant mess. Poor Trucy. And the office. Our office. Apollo. Okay. We better both take a deep breath. Wow, I see. He's saying you have to be out by tomorrow. I'm still freaking out. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I wish there was something I could have done. Apollo, you're fired. You're definitely fired after this. This is quite the mess, isn't it? Even if I left right now, I wouldn't be there in time for the trial tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, Apollo, but I need you to do the thing I hoped I would never have to ask you to do ever again. I need you to be a lawyer. I need you to handle this for me. Oh, of course, we can handle the defense, but the office is too soon to give up on that. What do you mean? The contract only addresses Trucy's liability if she causes the show to be canceled. So you just have to prove in court tomorrow that it wasn't Trucy's fault. You're right. So everything depends on your winning that trial tomorrow, Apollo. Trucy's fate, and more importantly, the fate of my stuff. I can always adopt another daughter. I've had multiple teenage girl sidekicks, but my stuff, don't make me lose my junk. It's all riding on your shoulders, Apollo. I know. I'll be fine, right? Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I can say with absolute confidence that you'll be fine. I was hoping saying it out loud would convince myself, but it's not. Oh, really? Look, I've seen you earn victory after victory in some pretty dicey situations. And guide Athena, help her along the way too. That's why I know you're ready, why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you, Mr. Right. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. I'm fine. Everything will be fine. Look, you can call me anytime if you feel you need to, but I'll be fine on my own, right? Yes, I think so too. I can do this. That's the spirit. Just give it your best out there, Apollo. Beep. Oh. What is it, Apollo? What do you say? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening to your half of the conversation for context clues at all. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. See, Queen Katie said, you're probably going to have out-of-context trial, then? We learned a lot. Oh, to Nora, we learned a lot about Bonnie, too. Nora says, I don't like Roger. I don't either. He seems like a bad guy. Quick80 says, oh yeah, know what, Logan? Would you like to know how many cross exams we have in the trial? I think we'll wait on that. Once we get like toward the end of the stream, if you can let me know like percentage-wise how far into it we are, that'd be good. But I think for right now, we'll just take it as it comes, because I'll be honest, I'm gonna forget. Nora says, I want to be a magician like Trucy. I enjoy doing magic. When I was a kid, I had like a bunch of magic tricks. I thought about like on my throne wish list that I had up around my birthday, like adding a bunch of cheap magic tricks and things, but I thought that might be weird. And there's Phoenix saying, surprise! I just barely got to you, Phoenix. You're probably already lurking, but how are you? Quick80 says, quick, Apollo, punch him! Nora says, not the diary! Athena's so real for that, said, like, I'd still take the money. Quick80 said, I mean, you're the one shoving evidence in his face first thing. Wait, so he also repoing Wright's case files? Or Miles, you know what? Oh yeah, the plaster molding of Miles' entire lower body. Yes. That is Right Anything Agency property. Anyway, what is it, Apollo? What are you smiling about? You have no reason to smile, and I don't just mean in this case. I mean your life in general. It is a mess. Oh, me? Hey, it's nothing. Mr. Wright believes in me. I can't let him down. We have to win this trial, Athena. I couldn't agree more, and I'll do everything in my power to help. Craps, that means analytical psychology minigames. Our opponent tomorrow, Prosecutor Sadmati. Okay, that was his name. Am I saying that right? Sadmati? Sadmati, huh? Why now, of all times? Still, I don't care who it is. I can't afford to let my guard down for anyone. Like, shouldn't Blackwell have gotten his job back? Can he just be like a regular prosecutor? Oh, so this is him? Oh, he's little bunnies and a butterfly.
Oh, restless, wandering soul of the dead.
Oh, it was one of those, MAGA.
Prosecutor Sadmati.
What?
Oh. Sorry to disturb you, but I figured I should tell you. The lead attorney's been decided.
I like Emma's voice a lot.
It's Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
A slight smile. Does he have some history with him? Does he know some about him? I think Apollo may have hinted at having at least heard of this guy before. So there's like some in their backstory. I think this is possibly the first time we've ever heard a prosecutor's actual canon voice before he's shown up. So I feel like I've seen him before. I think when I bought the game, I try to avoid when I load up the game, like really looking at the Steam header, but he looks familiar. So I'm sure I've seen that character design, like I think on the Steam page or something like that. Save your current progress, yes. And we're gonna keep staggering our saves, yes. All right, trial time. Continue to the next chapter. Yes, only took us 43 minutes, almost exactly. April 28th, 9:15 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine. I'm sorry, but if you have to say you're fine that many times, you are not fine. So for those who've not met the prosecutor before, what is y'all's thoughts on him so far from that? He had like little bunnies and butterflies and things. Let's see. Nora says, Athena and Trucy could someday be a cute ship. Don't fight me. It's a random thought. Phoenix said, that wasn't me. That wasn't you in the clip, Phoenix? Quick80 says, yes, Logan, we are close to the trial. Literally all you have to do left is click one more line of dialogue option. Vera said, it's funny how Phoenix always shows up randomly in AA streams. I think it's because Phoenix hears the word Phoenix. Oh, and there's in Zambia! Saying, boo, did I scare you? Well, sadly, it didn't actually scare me because it was just the one bit, and I think it doesn't actually like come in unless it's 10 bits. But how are you doing in Zambia? Good to see you! I hope you're still here because I don't know how far behind in chat I am. But tell you what, I will, what I do whenever somebody writes boo, I'll pretend to be scared. See, in Zambia says boo. Ah! You scared me in Zambia? But how you doing? And crap, and I know, because you just changed your username to Insomnia, right? Because it's like, that's the theme of your VTuber, right? I think. Let's see, current poll. Who should be Trucy's lawyer? Athena and Apollo, Phoenix, Judge, Udgy, Miles. Again, Tigre, Cardboard Badge. I think, you know, Edgeworth did a pretty good job that one time he had to fill in for Phoenix. So that's what I'm gonna vote for. Quick Kitty said, yup, Trucy having a crush on Clavier. Oh, that's right, he even sent her flowers. You know what? If Apollo ends up with Juniper, Clavier could always have a different member of the sibling duo. Once she's of age, she's still 17 right now, so we're too young. Vera says, sorry, you need to spend 10 bits. A salute from Queen Katie. Vera says, but welcome. Nora says, I have too many channel points to spend. Queen Katie said, I said Keanu Reeves, mainly because of concept art. Nora said, I knew he looked familiar. Queen Katie said, oh, never mind. I thought it died for a minute there. Oh, so did the stream die for a second? Is everything okay? Hope everything's okay.
Is Apollo okay? He's been muttering to himself all morning.
No, you know Apollo is never okay. He's been like that since yesterday. Guess the pressure of today's trial is getting to him.
Poor Polly! He's really tearing himself up over all this. Me? I don't care. They can execute me. I'm just going with the flow.
Get it together, Apollo! Yikes, Athena! When did you get here? Try to relax a little bit, will you? You're getting yourself way too worked up. Yeah, but I'm all right. I'm fine. You know, I did a little digging on this Nayuta Sadmati guy. I should have listened to how Emma pronounced his name during that cutscene. I think it was Sadmati, right? He's apparently not your run-of-the-mill prosecutor. Oh yeah? What'd you find out? Well, they say he wields an incredible power. Oh, you know, it's about time we go up against a prosecutor who has a superpower. Because all of our attorneys have always had superpowers. It seems a little unfair that, like, those attorneys don't. To accurately read a trial's karma and its ultimate fate. What's that supposed to mean? I don't have all the details, but apparently he can foresee how the arguments will go and even lead his opposition. So the defense basically ends up going in whatever direction he has in his head. Oh man, this isn't gonna be a cakewalk if that's true. Oh, and the poll is done. And Miles, again, won with 59% of the vote, with Crystal contributing 1,150 channel points. Wow, a lot of spending. Emma did say she'd talk to him for us, though. Here's hoping that went well. In any case, it sounds like he's gonna keep us on our toes. Oh, it's Phoenix. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. See, when Apollo remembers... I forgot we have him in this outfit! Everybody enjoy that. I mean, look at how well defined his muscles are. That is like some impressive pectoral cleavage he has going on. But I do like to imagine that in Paul's mind, Phoenix said it much more confidently. Mr. Wright is putting his faith in me. I can't let him down now, huh?
What you did what while I was away?
Yes, Vera, we checked out the costumes. But this is like his first appearance in this chapter. We did it in between chapters. And this is the first time we've seen him. I forgot that we had him in the El Tigre outfit, which to be honest, that's an amazing outfit. I mean, okay, I will say this. Just fishing here, but if any of you ever bought me a jacket like that, I would totally wear it on stream. I'd put a shirt underneath it because I don't want my man cleavage showing. But I would totally wear that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I can't let him down now. I'm fine. What the hell, huh?
She even got the cardboard badge.
Yep, right there on the lapel. Isn't it great? It's so great. And Vero, because Phoenix Wright is your husbando, I believe you still have dibs on Phoenix. You get to enjoy that low-cut number on him the entire rest of the game. How's that got you feeling?
There he goes again. It's almost like he's chanting a prayer.
I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine. If you say so, Apollo. The trial will start momentarily. Is the defense ready? Yes! We're fine! Trucy's fate and the fate of the agency rests on this trial. This is injustice. If ever there was a time to shine, it's now. I do like that Trucy being the defendant makes the stakes more personal, because a lot of the time it's like, we like this person. Now it's like, it's someone we actually care about. April 28th, 9:30 a.m., District Courtroom number 6. It's 6. Have we ever been to number 6? Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Gavel slam. Court is now in session for the trial of Trucy Wright. Have we charged this one with murder before? I lose track of all the sidekicks Phoenix Wright has had that are murderers. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is just A-okay. And the prosecution? Prosecutor Sadmati! Okay, so he's got to have like a really calm voice. 1,000 pardons. It was rude of me to keep you waiting. I was praying for the victim. How's that sound? There's no real accent to it or anything. That's all intonation, but let me know if you like it. Whoa, praying! Yeah, yes, I see. To your heathen gods. You're a Coranus monk, correct, prosecutor? Yes, that is correct. But I am but a lowly monk from the kingdom of Corain. I beg in advance for the forgiveness and kind patience of everyone here in this court. I am unfamiliar with the proceedings of this country and may make many blunders. Also, hang on, I just realized that his fabric, that's not safe. It's just wafting in the air. It is floating. That is defying gravity, huh?
Is this how we are going to use the intro voice? Now I'm going to think all the intros we had were voiced by Nayuta.
You know what? Maybe they are. I think we've already headcanon now that all like narration in this where it says the date and time and everything is all Orla the Orca. And so maybe all the pre-show stuff. It's magic. What did TTS girl try to say? Magic. Thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. Thank you for the TTS crystal. And yeah, maybe it's him. Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. I am unfamiliar with the proceedings of this country and may make many blunders. But how do we like the sound of the voice, though? I mean, are you guys okay with headcanoning that he's doing all the pre-show intro stuff? He seems like such a gentle-mannered soul, doesn't he? Well, I mean, in theory, there ought to be prosecutors out there who are nice people. I wonder if Emma had a chance to talk with him about Trucy. Gavel slam. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. In the name of the Holy Mother, I vow to guide the victim's soul to a land of eternal peace, known as the Twilight Realm. Now let the last rites of the victim begin. Nayuta Sadmati. He's really been making a name for himself, apparently. But that nickname, Last Rights Prosecutor. Wonder how that'll come into play today. It just rolls off the counter. There's a poll. Do we like the Nayuta voice? Go ahead and cast your votes then. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat now that we've met this guy. I feel like like I said, I think I may have seen a picture of this guy before, but I feel like the picture I saw is, like, I want to say his shoulder pads were bigger than that. They seem stunted for some reason. Maybe what I just saw was like fan art or something. I do feel like I've seen a picture of this guy before, but I feel like his shoulders were pointier. Sorry, I needed some water. Quickity says, does Logan want me to clip the part of the story? The VOD is, that part of the story, the VOD is still up. Wait, hang on. Which part of the story? Which part of the what? No, that's right, I was asking to see that. No, and then that's fine, I don't think you need to clip that. I will just do my best to remember to go back and watch it myself. But thank you very much for the offer. Nora says, I really don't like this dude. How do you like this dude, though? Crystal says, Lurk, currently exploring the 3rd floor. Oh, this chapter in Danganronpa. This one, I'll be eager to hear your thoughts on this one, Crystal. But wow, you're motoring through that game. That game took me like, that was back, when I played that game like 4, maybe even 5 nights a week. I can't remember. I think I had Wednesdays for a while. And it still took me ages to get through it. Like, it was the only game I was playing. Nora said, Athena throwing hands with strangers is so real. Fear says, get him, Athena! Evie says, Logan, hi, Evie! Says, I called into work today because my hip was still hurting. It's a lot less than yesterday, but I need a day off to rest it. I might try to work tomorrow, though. I do have Tuesday and Wednesday off, though, so I can rest more than I hope it gets feeling better. That's gotta be awful. I've never really had problems directly with my hip. I did bruise my tailbone once, and that was miserable. So I hope you get feeling better. Oh, and the poll is done, and Yes has won with 99% of the votes, 76 votes, with Evie contributing 710 channel points. I'll have you guys know, my shoulder is like really starting to feel a lot better. The physical therapist says that if it can, there's a good chance if it keeps going at this rate that next week, instead of having to do 5 sets of exercise a day, I might only have to do like 2 or 3. And so I'm looking forward to that. I might even be able to go back to the gym soon. The incident took place in the middle of a spectacular magic show. The accused performed a magic trick in which she thrust a sword into a coffin. Okay, I don't see blood on that guy's back. There's no blood. Okay, I mean, granted, there's like a weird little kind of flop of fabric there. So it's possible that it might be like underneath that it's obscuring the blood, but I do not see blood. A coffin from which the body of the victim then spilled out, dead from a fatal stabbing. But we already established he was facing the wrong way in order to be stabbed in the back from like that sword going in the side. So I still think he was stabbed after the dragon fell down. And we even saw someone get zipped up onto the roof, which is probably Bonnie or her. I do still believe that she has a twin. One of them went up there. Probably the Bonnie that was on stage. The other one had to be underneath the stage in order to probably feed his body up. But we also saw there was that coffin backstage too. Oh, that's probably where the other Bonnie hid. Cause she's little. I bet she can squish up into a little ball. She's like Samus on Metroid, just squishes up into a ball. By the way, okay, totally random. Any of you guys play Metroid? I saw the weirdest thing online recently with Metroid that amused me to no end. Apparently, like in Japan, they had a Metroid manga at some point. You know how manga, a lot of the time, they'll have like the 4-panel vertical like gag strips that are just funny things? Apparently, they had a running gag where Samus's whole thing was that she just really loves being in the ball form, that for some reason just feels nice and cozy and she loves it. And so all these like strips where it's like, I'm going to vacation at the beach, and then she gets to the beach and like preparing for the beach, getting everything, goes to the beach, and she's just a little ball at the beach. She's like, feels so good. And I don't know, it's funny. I liked it. The victim's name was, we finally get his real name. Man of Mystery. Man of Mystery. The victim's name was Man of Mystery. Chat, I love puns, but this game is making me hate them. Man of Mystery. The victim's name was Man of Mystery, otherwise known as the Great Mysterious. Yes, Man of Mystery became mysterious. Why not just stick with Man of Mystery? Oh, there's a pinned comment. His English name is a play on Man of Mystery. Meanwhile, his Japanese name, Naohito Fushigi, comes from Fushigi Nahito, which means a strange person. Okay, so I mean that's, at least that has something more to it, There's like a little twist there. Oh, also, here's another pin message. Also, his French name, Lenny.
TTSK, at least it's consistent from being mysterious, greater than.
I mean, that is true, but it does make you wonder why even take a stage name at that point, though. But thank you for the TTS, Crystal. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Also, his French name is Lenny Matic. It's a play on, L'Enigmatique, which translates to the enigmatic. I got it. Thank you for the trivia, but wow. Man of Mystery. I I guess he didn't have to be a magician. He could have been like a spy. Because man of mystery, that also is like, I'm a spy, I'm a secret agent, I'm a man of mystery, you know? But I love puns, but I feel like this series after Dead Man has just been slowly trending downhill because there's like not much creativity. This is just the thing spelled differently. I've said before, I don't approve of a pun if it's just the thing spelled differently. Like man of mystery. No. His blood was found on the sword that was used during the magic trick. Autopsy report added to the court record. The victim's real name was Man of Mystery. Is that gonna be important? His blood is on the murder weapon.
What is your fave pun name actually?
Oh, my favorite pun name. Honestly, I would have to like go back and like review a lot of them because some of them had like really elaborate puns that I don't even like remember. Like some characters, I just remember what they look like. I will have to get back to you on that. I will need to review the pun names from the first, especially the first 3 games. And I will try to remember to get back to you on that because that is a really good question. Do you have a favorite though? I'd love to hear it. I do know Dead Man is dead last. Although Dead Man is still better than Incuritis as the name of the incurable disease. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. Let's see, Magpie says, gallery is a fascinating tag. I've never noticed that before. You see, I assume gallery that's like the gallery in the trial. So it'd be weird that it's a gallery when we're at it almost makes it sound like it's onlookers, other people have offices in the same building or something. I'm very confused by that. Crystal says, the story pacing is low-key fast in the first Danganronpa. Really? For me, it was very slow. But I took a lot of time. Who you been hanging out with during your free time hangouts? Crystal, Quick said, Apollo, what is a keychain keyboard slam? Vera said, it's a good track. Yeah, Quick said, Bum Rapperini, if I remember its name. Magpie says, correct. Apollo's ringtone is Lamerwar's song, but jazzy. Phoenix's ringtone is Steel Samurai theme. I'm gonna have to listen for the jazzy La Miroir, because we heard that song. I assume we're talking about the one that we heard over and over and over and over again at the end of Apollo Justice, right? Vera said, I love how his ringtone is still the same. I'd be willing to bet that Phoenix doesn't know how to change his own ringtone. That just like Maya changed it for him. Actually, you know, that reminds me. So, okay, this is awful, but I got to tell this story really quickly. So, the creative director at the theater company that I perform with, that I do improv at, there was one time he left his phone and keys backstage, like most of us do when we're going out. There's like a work table. We leave all of our stuff back there. And he had his phone, and one of our other guys, who, I won't name names, but he's a mischievous fellow. He's a really funny guy. This was a bit much, though. He grabbed the artistic director's phone, and it was like unlocked. There's no password on it or anything. And so he ducked into this quick change dressing room that was backstage. This is awful. I apologize. This is awful. He pulled down his pants, took a picture of his junk, and set it to that guy's wallpaper, and then just left the phone there. And so then after the show, we're all done. We grab our stuff and leave. We later found out, and he thought, oh, it's a funny joke. He'll pull up his phone. It's like, oh, that's gross. Who did that? He'll like delete it and change it. He didn't know how to change his wallpaper on his phone. So he spent a week with this picture in his wallpaper before he finally broke down and asked his wife to change it for him. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Kids don't do that at home, but it was hilarious. Okay, anyway, probably also qualifies as sexual harassment in some cases, but nobody complained. So I think it has to be unwanted, and I don't know, he didn't complain, so it's probably fine. Let me have a sip of water, we'll get back to the game here. So his death was just an unfortunate accident? It is only natural for one to assume as such, Your Honor. However, it was no mere accident, but rather a homicide. The prosecution's position is thus that this was a murder made to look like an accident. Okay, that is true. I see, and you believe this crime was committed by the defendant? After a thorough consideration of all possible scenarios, I, unfortunately, had no other choice but to conclude as much. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? I mean, he sounds... Okay, if we take him at his word, he sounds reluctant to accuse Trucy. So maybe he's a good guy. I guess Emma couldn't convince him after all. Very well, and now let us hear from the defense. Naturally, we maintain that the defendant is innocent, Your Honor. If the defense wouldn't mind, could you please explain your reasoning? She's my sister, but I don't know that yet. That's my reasoning. My reasoning? Well, I would have to say that my main reason is because I believe in the defendant. I see. So you find it difficult to come up with anything more concrete than that, do you? What a fine demonstration of the fact that you are indeed a lawyer of putrid mind. I don't know what putrid means. Putrid mind? Prosecutor shot Marty! Excuse me, but I don't... Oh, what does that mean? That wasn't even English! Shadow Clone Jutsu! What just happened? You don't mind my asking, prosecutor? What was that you were just chanting? Are you a Naruto? A sutra of the Holy Mother that guides those of tainted soul toward enlightenment. It is a Koreanist incantation to awaken the foolish from their fruitless slumber. Fitting for a lawyer who indulges in such fancy as the innocence of the accused. I see. So basically you're asking the defense to get real? Allow me these few words, defense. It is my duty as a monk to punish sinners and to guide victim souls to the twilight realm. What?
Nayuta's unique line Sederha is a Koreanese mantra that is meant to awaken those lost in their daydreams. It comes from the Japanese Satori, Satori, which means enlighten.
I've heard Satori before. I've heard that before in anime, though. I think in video games. So I don't know that much. I haven't reached that word, I think, in Duolingo yet. But thank you so much for the 10 bits. And for the trivia, Vero, I appreciate that. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat here. That was something. You know what, my first impression, I'm digging this guy a little bit. Maybe I'll learn to hate him. I don't know. Let's see. Nora said, quote, please don't let it be you and Athena. You two are awful. Says, I'm wheezing. I'm glad you're enjoying. Unless you're like wheezing because you're having an asthma attack, then please take care of yourself. Magpie says, does she have a lawyer? Sir, we are the lawyers. Quiggity said, quote, just give Miles the badge and everything will be fine right on the phone call. Vera says, add, quote, who is Trucy's lawyer? Please don't let it be you and Athena. You two are awful. Nora said, okay, so this dude is like Trucy's father or something? Somehow related, I'm assuming. Oh, so the guy on the phone, yes, that's Phoenix Wright. He was the main character of the first 3 games, and now he's like, he kind of shares being the main character with Apollo and Athena, okay? So he was the main character of the first 3 games, and in the 4th game, it was revealed that he adopted Trucy, because I think we talked about before that her father, who was one of the Troop Gramarye magicians, died. And it's a whole thing. You got to play Apollo Justice, the 4th game in the series, to like get the lowdown on it. But yeah, so he is her adopted father. Yes. Vera said, "Whoops, let me edit that." Quiggity said, "Lol, yeah, that's sort of a spoiler for the future." So is that a spoiler? I mean, because like right from the beginning, they're like, "It's my daughter," and I even at the time was saying, "There's no way Phoenix Wright has done it with a lady." So yeah. I think that's fine. I may have spoiled it a little bit. I'm sorry. Nora said, I just recognize the last name. I don't know. Quiggity said, long story, lol. Quiggity said, but the man in the blue suit calling Apollo is Trucy's adopted father. Her birth father is the picture on top of the piano. Yes, with the repossessed label over it. Magpie says, Phoenix hangs up. Beep. Eric Vale voice, we're so effed. Says, sadly covered by tape, says Queen Katie. Magpie says, hangs up. Vera said, quote, just try and prolong the trial to make it 2 days trial so I can get back there by the 2nd day. You know what? That should be Phoenix Wright's strategy. It's the Goku strategy, where it's like, I'm indisposed. Just kind of hold off the bad guy until I can get there. Try not to have all of you die. I'll bring you back with the Dragon Balls if you do. Nora says, okay. Queen Katie says, okie dokie, salutes, I'll keep track, says regarding the cross-examines. Thank you so much. Vera said, which is now repossessed. And Queen Katie says, yee. And Vera says, I'll buy it. Okay, let me have a sip of water and let's get back into the trial here. It is my duty as a monk to punish sinners and to guide victims' souls to the Twilight Realm. Should you show repentance and admit to the accused's guilt now, no harm will come to you. By which I mean, you will still be executed, so very much harm, but, you'll go to a nice place afterward when you die. But, should you interfere with my sacred last rites for the victim, then I shall cast you down into the pit of heck, along with Trucy Wright. I feel like I should do that clap as well, but I've noticed from watching my VODs that anytime I clap my hands, it like spikes the microphone really bad. Maybe I'll just like do it quietly. Now wait just 1 minute here. Putrid, I'm still stuck on that from like a minute ago. Pit of heck. Is that any way to address someone in a court of law? Prosecutor Satmati, that may be the way you conduct trials in Karain. But I would appreciate it if you would refrain from such charged language here. Your Honor, that was but a Karainist sermon for those who have strayed from the path. Harsh words are often necessary to admonish contemptible deviants who cannot see reason. I did realize something. If we didn't know that Maya was going to be reappearing in this, I'd be tempted to give him the old Maya voice since he's like also part of the Karainist tradition. Then he could just sound like, harsh words are often necessary to admonish contemptible deviants who cannot see reason. I can't wait for Maya to come back. Whoa, I see, I didn't realize. I guess they really do hate defense attorneys in Karain, huh? Even still, that was way over the top as far as verbal abuse goes. Actually, it was kind of mild. He could have said a lot worse. And the trial's only just begun. Well, defense, I suppose the way a prosecutor does things varies by country. Why don't we look at this as a cross-cultural exchange and try to be open-minded about it? What? I'm open-minded with my marriage to my wife. Oh, we try things that I never would have tried in my younger days. But my body is very spongy and malleable, so I can do a lot more than you'd imagine. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Oh, her snackos are back! Munch, 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 munch. So she's unhappy. Oh, I thought she'd said goodbye to the snackos. Munch, 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 munch. Can I have one? Detective Sky, the courtroom is no place for gorging yourself. Now finish binging and purge at once. Now remember, we got the new voice we're doing for her. What's wrong with having a little snack? Girls gotta eat, right? She seems a little stressed out. Yeah, Vero, you missed it. We had to give her a new voice because Athena has her voice now. Detective Sky, your testimony, please. Yeah, about that. I just want to state for the record that I believe Trucy Wright is innocent. I'm sorry! Detective Sky, this path you seek to follow is misguided. Giving the wrongdoer false hope will only deepen her despair in the end. But let it go. Let it go. Be one with the ice and snow. Actually, I don't know the words to that song. Move on. Acts which go against your duty will earn you divine punishment from the Holy Mother. Don't believe it! You're not his religion! Why are you believing him? Oh, she's so sad! Oh, chew. Fine. I don't know about the divine part, but I get the punishment bit loud and clear. I guess Emma got assigned tons of paperwork or something for sticking up for Trucy. She and Prosecutor Sadmati don't seem to get along very well, do they? Shall we continue? The prosecution contends that the accused had a clear motive. The evidence, if you would, Detective Sky.
All right, please take a look at this poster.
Canceled! No, oh no, he is not canceled. He dead. He dead. He may have been canceled on twitter.com, but he dead. Hang on, also let's save because I just realized we're like over an hour into the stream and I think we've only saved once tonight. Gotta make sure we're saving periodically. Let's see, Nora said, wait, there's a repossessed sign on the door. Quick Katie says, yup. Magpie says, I love how Logan makes jokes and accidentally predicts the future. I will not elaborate. What, did I do that already tonight? What did I, okay, don't tell me what I said, but I don't know what I said. The problem is I just ramble. I mean, for every like one thing is right, I'm sure there's like 20 that aren't. But okay, Queen Kitty said, Mood Matrix for the win, yay. I seriously can't wait for the next Karain trial. I want Rafa back. So, wait, does that mean, is this game gonna be alternating between countries? I didn't know if Phoenix is gonna be coming back, if he's bringing Maya back, or maybe Apollo and Athena after this trial are gonna travel to Karain to meet up with him there. I don't know. Magpie says, yes! Queen Katie says, him, the man! Magpie says, correct pronunciation. Okay, good, thank you. Queen Katie says, the myth, the Buddha. Magpie says, voiced by Matt Mercer. Oh, okay, that's why he sounded familiar. Nora said, I don't know who this dude is, but he seems to slay. Jackson said, I feel like even if Blackwell got his job back, he's probably taking a well-deserved break. That is, you know what, yeah, he earned it. Queen Katie said his concept art is so many and so funky. Yeah, I mean, looking at, especially how detailed it is, I feel like they probably went through a bunch of permutations for his design. Queen Katie said, all good, Trucy being fine, pulling a Daughter of Evil, Vocalate song featuring Rin and Len. I don't think I know that one, but I only know a couple of their songs. Vera says, Apollo gets depended on for one time and almost dies. It's like your parents go out of town and everything goes wrong. That is Apollo's life right now. Nora said, I'm running out of channel points. I don't think I can get my thing to win the poll. Ah, that's okay. Well, maybe we could do some gambling later. If anyone can think of a good thing to gamble on, we can gamble. Maybe you get more points. Maybe you lose the points you already got. Magpie says, Blackwell could break iron chains. And you don't think he has a superpower? Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, fair. Nora says, I only have 300 points left, bro. Well, then you just gotta keep watching, earn those points back. All right, let's keep playing here. It's a Troop Grammary poster from 13 years ago. Wait, huh?
That's why he doesn't have the whole Apollo trilogy. He will self-destruct if he was in charge of all the cases.
You know, but wouldn't that be fun too? If it's just an entire trilogy of things getting worse and worse. By the end, he's just like living out on the street. Everything's fallen apart. All of his friends have been arrested and executed. I mean, I guess it's dark, but if you think dark's funny, then it could be funny. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I do appreciate that. I do, again, kind of hate how he has been sort of shoehorned and retconned into the Troop Grammary backstory. I feel like I would feel better about it if his costume wasn't so out of place in this poster, because everybody else sticks to a very specific theme. It's more or less very similar outfits, like differences like the type of tie. You know, we got like a scarf, a bow tie, this more flamboyant thing, and a regular tie. But it's like the same general costume, just in different colors. And I mean, slight change like the collar direction and stuff. But it's basically the same costume and a different playing card thing for the brooch. And then there's this tryhard over here. This guy who's auditioning for Tumblr Sexy Man. Is it just me, or is it a little different from the one Miss Wright's dressing room? Well, yeah, it's because it's canceled. This is a revised version of that poster. This one says canceled on... Oh, this one says canceled on Mr. Reyes. That's right, Mr. Reyes left the troupe after the first version of the poster was printed.
Close enough. Welcome back, Joker, Persona 5.
Oh, that reminds me, I saw a thing I meant to post on Discord because I thought it was funny. It was of like a display cabinet for some convention, and they were showing off a bunch of Persona 5 merchandise. And there were all these like figurines, little mini statues, small little figures and things like that. And it was like, you can get Joker, or Akechi, or Joker, or Makoto, or Joker, or Morgana, or Joker. I mean, there are like so many, and like half of them were Joker. Akechi came in second place because he had 2, but like a bunch of them were just like one of everybody else. But yes, he's back though. I mean, the design is fun, but it's so much busier and out of place compared to all the other ones. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. It kind of feels like in like a Power Rangers show when you have the ranger who joins partway through and he always has like extra details on his costume that the other rangers don't have. That's right, Mr. Reyes left the troop after the first version of the poster was printed. Oh, there we go. Take a look at Mr. Reyes' right forearm near his elbow. See the big scar there? Okay, I mentioned the scar before, and I think I said I didn't know if it was a tattoo. Maybe I did or didn't say that, I don't remember. So maybe that has to do with... Wait. If that's why he was kicked out of the troop, then why would they have taken a picture after whatever incident caused the scar? If that incident got him kicked out, you would think that... I don't know, let's go with it. He apparently got that when he made a big mistake while practicing a magic trick. Ouch, that's quite a scar. Because of the accident, Magnifi Gramarye concluded that Mr. Reyes was too unskilled. Just before the show was to open, Magnifi announced Mr. Reyes wouldn't be appearing. But in defiance of Magnifi's decision, Mr. Reyes tried to go on stage anyway, thus in turn caused Magnifi to oust Mr. Reyes from the troupe on the spot. He kicked Mr. Reyes out? That seems rather extreme. Did he really have to go that far? Couldn't he have just killed him like Trucy Wright did? I mean, like Trucy Wright allegedly did. When it came to magic, Troop Gramarye was so passionate. How passionate were they? Or should I say, extreme about it, that it caused problems for them from time to time. Yes, they even caused this court a mountain of trouble with their extreme antics. Thank you, Judge, for remembering all that bullcrap that happened with Magnifi's deathbed. And now the troop's successor has committed a murder. That's a crime. It seems the troop's rare talent was inherited by the right person after all. A putrid talent for criminality. Oh. Lack of hubbub. You sound rather extreme yourself, prosecutor. Criminals with impure souls do not deserve sympathy, Your Honor. As I was saying, well, that was delightful. Queen Katie said, putting this clip here since my keyboard slam forgot about the tiger feeny. Anyway, here. So am I allowed to watch this clip? Sounds like I'm allowed to watch this clip. Let me copy this over into the clip viewer here so we can all check this out together on the stream. As always, first clip of the night takes just a little longer to load up than subsequent clips will. It looks like this is a clip from 24 days ago.
Hubbub. Criminals do not deserve to reincarnate. Hubbub.
Exactly. Well, that's right, reincarnate, because they, actually, it's Karain. He talked about the Twilight Realm. Do they do reincarnation? I don't know what they believe in. But thank you very much for the TTS. I appreciate that. Okay, so this clip, this is from 24 days ago, so I'm guessing this is going to be something where I said something that seems foolish in retrospect, is titled Judgy Time Traveling right now. Okay, let's check this out. And also question, should this judge be a time traveler too? You know what, if he's going to be a time traveler, he is Judge Udgy. Oh, I forgot we decided this! Like Back from the Future to come back in time and be a judge in 2 places at once. I'm going to decide that. Yeah. Queen Katie, I completely forgot about that goofy little headcanon. Thank you so much, Queen Katie. Let's see. Let me take that down. Crystal says, give me Edgy Boy back. The Edgeworth withdrawal symptoms are bad. Don't you love how that he's obviously the most popular prosecutor. They keep bringing back in little tiny bits, but he's got his own game now, which we're going to be able to play in a couple of months. Thank you again to Vero for that birthday present. Queen Katie says, oh, we're gonna see Apollo. That's right, in his alternate costume as well. Queen Katie said, you know, I'm surprised, Vera, that you didn't notice the maid outfit on Thena. Vera might have noticed and just silently appreciated. Nora says, save Trucy and apologize for reading the diary. And I make you a shirt like that. I don't know how to sew clothes, only bags and frog plushies. Okay, well, fine. If we see Trucy, maybe I will apologize. And then I will expect that shirt. Okay, Vera said, I'm so looking forward to the rest of AA6 streams. I'm so used to giving her ridiculous outfits. I am enjoying this so far. Okay, let's get back in the game. After his expulsion, Mr. Reyes apparently went on to hold a grudge against the troop. He would tell those close to him, quote, "I will get my revenge on Troop Grammary someday." Oh, I wonder if he was plotting against Trucy too. Revenge? That certainly sounds antagonistic. Okay, what if he isn't really dead? I think I even floated this idea last stream. What if the death was fake? Somehow. Maybe that's like some other body. And this is part of his revenge against Troop Grammary, is that he faked his own death and framed Trucy. Like, have we like, I would assume the police have been able to verify that the body did belong to him. I mean, we've even got like an autopsy report. Did we ever take a closer look at the autopsy report, read all the pages or whatever? Manoff mystery autopsy report. Time of death, approximately 10:30 a.m. Cause of death, shock as a result of being stabbed through the back of the sharp blade. It's just the shock. The stabbing was fine. It was the shock. The victim's real name, please don't keep reminding me, was Manoff mystery, because that seems to make it mean that that's gonna be important later. I'm gonna present evidence about that. Yeah, so maybe he's a twin also, just like Bonnie, they're both twins.
Went to see if Mysterious Man is on Tumblr Sexypedia, but he didn't even make it there.
Oh!
Here are some interesting people who made it, like Apollo,
Ooh.
Manfred,
Manfred?
Red White, and Max Galactica.
Red White? Okay, Max Galactica I can understand. But Manfred von Karma and Red White? Vero, is Tumblr okay? You know what, I know the answer. No, Tumblr is not okay. Tumblr is not okay. But thank you, Vero, for the 10 bits and for the research. Revenge? That certainly sounds antagonistic. 13-year-old poster updated in the court record. Mr. Reyes was apparently ousted from Troop Grammary 13 years ago due to an injury he sustained. It sounds like it wasn't just the injury. He was trying to force himself on stage when his boss told him not to. And then his chance for revenge finally came. If you would be so kind, Detective Sky. Oh, so that's what they're going to say, is that he was plotting against her, against Trucy, and so Trucy's motive is that she killed him. But wouldn't that qualify as self-defense? Unless I don't know, let's find out. I guess I don't have a choice, do I? Oh, there's a poll that just appeared. Or not a poll, a pinned comment said, Christoph also made it, but Clavier didn't? And them Tumblr peeps like 'em evil. Yeah. Said, I think both of them would take offense to making it / not making it. You know what? I think you're right. I think Christoph would hate being on it and Clavier would hate being not on it. Thank you for the pinned message there. I guess I don't have a choice, do I? Let's see. Quick said, fair law. Did Logan not realize Apollo's new costume? I realized it's just not quite as like ostentatious as the rest. Don't worry. I noticed Apollo Kohai. Vera said, y'all, Apollo is cosplaying the pro tag of the Great Ace Attorney. So am I right? I said before, it kind of looks like in the picture that I saw from the Steam page, getting Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, it looked like his outfit, but I wasn't sure if it was that or just like a school uniform. Queen Katie said, oh, BRB, gotta check AA Wiki real quick, see when you get back. Queen Katie, you're probably already back, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, the defendant's motive. Thank you, Orla Orca. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Grammary during Trucy's magic show. Mr. Reyes was going to first steal the Grammary notebook from the defendant. Well, we did find it among his stuff, but it was probably planted there since Bonnie seemed upset that we moved it from there. He then intended to reveal the secrets behind their magic tricks during the show. That was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did in fact steal the notebook, the defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secret. No, why are you saying that? I mean, you said that she's innocent. Don't say that last part. Say like the police think that or something like that. Don't say that's what happened. By the time the accused had discovered the notebook's theft, it was too late. Her only option was to kill Mr. Reyes and make it look like an accident. So Nora, this is what happens when you're too like hung up on diaries, because that's the notebook we're talking about, her diary. Do you think it's worth murdering us over? I don't think so. Objection! Yeah! That's nothing but conjecture! Oh, hey, it's like, and it wasn't the non-Roman alphabet character. The victim's assistant, Bonnie DeFame, gave the police a statement. She testified that just before the start of the show, Mr. Reyes said, quote, I'm going to reveal all of Troop Gramarye's secrets on stage today. What? Well, that isn't exactly a great starting point for a rebuttal, is it? Except Apollo and Athena secretly, they know that she is secretly evil, so we shouldn't trust her. We should bring them like, Your Honor, she's evil. You're telling me. Allow me to give you one piece of advice, Defense. Yes, the one piece is real. Oh, and what's that? Oh, a butterfly appeared. Let it go and move on. Oh, I think I did it the wrong way. I don't know. Excuse me? Helping a sinner will only sully your own soul. One possessed of an unclean soul will burn in the flames of heck. And then be ever burdened with that sin in their next life. Okay, so there is apparently in Koreanism an afterlife and reincarnation. Unless the next life means, I don't know what it means. Let me read some more. Queen Katie said, okay, got some for the trial. Vera says, poll. Queen Katie said, puzzle ready to pin soon. Queen Katie said, I'm so happy. Vera salutes. Nora says, not the one vote for no. That was just me being me to spite Logan. Queen Katie says, something fun, Vera. When I was doing Bonnie's fun fact, I made a spoiler oopsie early, but Logan figured it out very quickly before reading anyway. Oh yeah, that's right, because I was trying to guess the pun on her last name. And one of the things I guessed was defame as like, defaming somebody, and then it turned out, yeah, she's in a plot to defame Trucy. I think she might even be a murderer. Vero, I think she might be a twin, or maybe multiples. I think that's like, it's like a rabbit. There's a whole litter of Bonnies, just like there's a litter of bunnies. And just like she makes a rabbit appear in her hat, I also randomly predict that at some point she'll lift up in an avalanche. A cascade of bunnies will pour down on her. Just a pile, a heap. Vera says, can we get a big brain? Wait, are you saying I have a big brain for once? Nora said, that voice is fine. I just have beef with Logan because of the diary. Magpie says, Logan, your physical therapy has inspired me to work on stretching my hamstrings. I've always walked on my toes, so I have short hamstrings. Should probably fix that. Interesting. I think when I was younger, I used to do that a little bit, but only when I was like barefoot, like I would take off my shoes. But yeah, I mean, it's good. Here's the thing. The physical therapy that I'm doing in my shoulder with my shoulder condition that I unfortunately developed at the gym has been painful, but like, even though the therapy is painful, afterward the pain, like 2 nights ago was the first night in like a couple of months I have not had to take ibuprofen painkillers before bed. I was able to just sleep through the night without pain. I can move my arm, something like, not quite, this is my regular arm. I can't quite get my other arm straight up, but almost, like, I've gained so much range of motion. It's good. Veer with it. So hey, Magpie, good luck with that. I hope it goes well. Just make sure that you do know what you're doing and you do proper stretches, because I don't know how to do that stuff. I had, like, the therapist, the physical therapist told me how to. Quick, said, Logan, I'm trying to post a name fact. I'm sorry. Wait, am I disrupting it? Evie says, law, cute. And there's the name fact that I read. Vera said, pun name strikes again. Magpie says, I don't know what you expected of the pun names, man. Nora says, I am forever a pun lover. I love puns too. But between this and Persona 3, I've learned to hate bad puns. I still appreciate the good ones. And good ones could even be groaners, but yes. And Quickgator said, at least it's not slandering his name like dead man. That is true. Okay, let's play a bit more. But I don't believe in that sort of thing. Huh? Besides, I had no intention of giving up. Oh. Oh, Holy Mother, grant me the strength to deal with this putrid lawyer. And okay, so we're just not acknowledging that there was, in fact, a ghost butterfly here. Okay. All actions have consequences, and yours will surely earn you the honor of being a mere stink bug at best in your next life. A stink bug? Now then, Mr. Stinkbug, I mean, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, if you please. I hope he calls me Stinkbug later, too. All right, so cross-examination is finally starting here. As always, we'll save right before doing it. The defendant's motive. Oh, so this time we just have attorney's badges instead of the little souls and spirits we had in the Kingdom of Kharain. So let's save. Oh, there's a pinned message. Let me check this out as soon as I click out of here. It says, Logan, just yell potato if you need help at any point. I have the guide from Queen Kate. Okay, so that is, oh crap, but what if Extemporaneous pops in and then says it and I read it? I read him saying it. Okay, if it's preceded by the words Extemporaneous says, then it doesn't count. But that is our secret call sign for help then. Thank you very much. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Gramarye during Trucy's magic show. Hold it! Revenge after all this time? It's been 13 years already. I mean, yeah, like everybody else in Troop Gramarye is either dead, in prison, blind, or was a small child at the time. Why now? I know, right? I thought that was pretty sketchy myself. I mean, wouldn't he have done it a long time ago if he was gonna do it? Detective Sky, self-indulgent outbursts such as those will earn you divine punishment in the form of a salary evaluation. Crap, I forgot that prosecutors can do that in this universe. It's horribly corrupt. Eep. By the way, I do want to just point out, I do really like Emma's new character models that she has in this. They're nice. Oh crap, I gotta click it. I was wondering why this is going so long. I thought that was auto-playing like her last munchies. Wait, that's what divine punishment means? Let the detective have her snack. This humble servant of the Holy Mother shall explain. Over a decade ago, Troop Gramarye was at the height of their popularity. But then, their reputation declined, and they had all but faded from public memory. Until recently, that is, when Trucy Wright sought to recapture their former glory. So why didn't Manov Mystery reappear like during Apollo Justice when Zach Gramarye was doing? Was Zach? No, crap. Which one was the one that I liked? Valiant Gramarye. There we go. When Valiant Gramarye was doing his show, wouldn't that have made more sense for the timing for his vengeance? The defendant? Oh, and at such a young age, too! How impressive! Yes, the accused's skills at magic is undeniably impressive. If she hadn't fallen onto the path of sin, she would have had a bright future ahead of her. Well, I mean, to be fair, most of her magic tricks revolve around an underage girl's panties. So, I mean, that... If I had to classify something as sin, it's always sad to see such promising young potential go to waste. Now then, Detective Sky, how did Mr. Reyes plan to get his revenge? And please put down the snackoos before you continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. She looks so sad. I liked her in the first Ace Attorney and the Edgeworth spinoff. I disliked her in Apollo Justice, but I kind of like her again now. See, Magpie says, oh, you're going to struggle with all the current names then, huh? Lol. Yes, I mean, it sounds like those at least don't have... Wait, no, some of them did. Because, like, the prosecutor doesn't. But yeah, when our first current Ace character that we met this game was our guide, whose name was I'll Be Your Guide. Oh, boy. Queen Kitty said, I have a favorite pun name, but I have to wait until the final case. Aww. I'm looking forward to that then. Crystal says, main three I've been hanging out with so far are Byakuya, Kyoto, and between Celeste and Aoi. Nice. I won't say who I liked hanging out with most. I wanna make sure I don't accidentally bias your opinion of anybody, but I hope you're enjoying the game. Quigata said, oh, I forgot, I've been saving my final ice cream for tonight. BRB, gonna grab that real quick. Lurk, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy the ice cream. Nora said, that's crazy. Oh no. Magpie says, poor guy. Nora said, what's a defendant? I haven't read any of my YouTube, of my You Be the Jury books in a while. The defendant is the person accused of murder. So in this one, it's Trucy. Oh, and a pin message appeared. Oh, and don't forget, peace, love, and understanding. Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, here's the thing. Good puns make me go like, oh, that's so great. The bad ones, like, stop me dead in my tracks. Like, I'll be reading along and it's like smacking into a brick wall. It's like, I can't believe some of these things. So thank you very much. And there's Phoenix saying, one would think the director would just Google how to change his phone wallpaper. You know what? He probably should have, but he didn't for some reason. But I could tell you more stories about them, but I will refrain. Quick hit with the Underk ice cream. And I see there's another clip. We'll check that out in just a minute. Let's play just a little tiny bit more here. Mr. Reyes was gonna first steal the Grammary notebook from the defendant. Hold it. What evidence do you have that Mr. Reyes actually stole the notebook? Well, you see, whenever you're ready, detective, you know what I hope we do? Oh, here's what I hope. I hope we do one of those things where Apollo Justice's wrist, starts activating, and we have to use his eye to figure out when Emma is lying about something. And just normal talking, and then very obvious on those snackoos. And it's like, it's that. And you click that. It's like, we didn't even need it. That's what I want. And whenever you're ready, detective. Fret not, Detective Sky. You have nothing to repent for. You should be proud of the fine forensic discovery that you made. Forensic discovery? What did she discover specifically? No, she discovered it forensically, but Detective Sky identified a certain set of fingerprints on the notebook. Upon further inspection, she determined that they belonged to Mr. Reyes. What? Okay, but I mean, maybe Bonnie, killed him, grabbed his hand, smushed the hand on the notebook, and then shoved it among his stuff? The detective found the fingerprints entirely of her own volition. For that, I must say, well done, Detective Sky. Get a little too addicted to using your precious white powder! Powder! Not white power! Don't get addicted to your white power, Emma. I mean, don't get addicted to your white powder. By which? I assume the fingerprint powder, not like cocaine, not the drug. Just, you don't get addicted to anything white. Emma. Now, Detective Sky, I would ask you to explain exactly how Mr. Reyes intended to use the notebook to exact his revenge. All right, well, first he stole the notebook. Okay, let me pause for a second here, and let me check out the clip from Vero here. Load this up in the clip viewer. This clip from Vero is titled, Even Mystique Man would have been better. Oh crap, it's gonna be the pun name, isn't it? All right, let's check this out. The victim's name was, we finally get his real name. Man of Mystery. The victim's name was Man of Mystery. Chat, I love puns, but this game is making me hate them. Man of Mystery. The victim's name. Thank you very much for immortalizing me just being done with this series and its shenanigans. Magpie says, get used to hearing that word a lot. Wait, crap, which word? The one word that he shouts that had the non-Roman character? Nora said, is the defendant the person being accused? Yup. Queen Katie says, yup. Nora says, okay, what's this man doing? Queen Katie said, quote, are you a Naruto? Magpie says, Ace Attorney has what I like to call the not as big of an a-hole as you could have been arc, which is what every prosecutor goes through before you find out the last case that why they're cool. Except Clavier. He was never an a-hole. He's a good boy. He was a little bit. Just a little bit. But in like a flirty way. Nora says, in these games, do they switch between main characters, like who you play as? Okay, so the first 3 games were just Phoenix Wright. The 4th game was just Apollo Justice. The last game that we played prior to this, it alternated between Phoenix, Apollo, and Athena. This game, we're only 2 chapters in. Last chapter was Phoenix, this game is Apollo, so it seems like this one's gonna alternate as well. So it depends on the game. Quick said, we were talking about the Trucy quote because, you know, it'd spoil that Trucy got accused. Oh, okay. Jackson says, woo, Phoenix is a virgin, confirmed. Nora said, or do you always play as Apollo? No, Apollo is just recent. In fact, last game we didn't play as him very much. I think it was mostly Phoenix and Athena. I think we one chapter played as Apollo. Maybe I'm misremembering though. I think it was the Themis Legal Academy. Wasn't that the one where we were Apollo, I think? Maybe I'm misremembering. That was the one, because that was the one that we ran into Clavier. Vera said, yep, it switches between Phoenix and Apollo. Sometimes Athena. Nora says, I want to play this game to play as Athena. Said, he's literally threatening murder. Hello. Oh, we've had worse threats than that from people in the courtroom. We've had people commit literal assault against us in the courtroom multiple times. Franziska with her whip. Godot with his coffee cup. All right, let me have a sip of water to go back to this.
He then intended to reveal the secrets behind their magic tricks during the show.
Hold it! I'm gonna reveal all of Troop Grammary's secrets on stage today. That's what Mr. Reyes himself said, right?
Right, but he didn't exactly specify which Grammary secrets he was talking about.
What, the prosecution thinks he was referring to the secrets behind Troop Grammary's magic? Yes, that is the prosecution's assertion. When the accused realized that Mr. Reyes was to reveal her family's most closely guarded secrets, she naturally panicked. So basically, Trucy's notebook was hiding in Mr. Reyes' things because he'd stolen it himself? It wasn't really hiding, it was very, like, prominently sticking out. I see, truly a motive that only a magician could have! Well, Bonnie is a magician!
Yes, that's what the prosecution believes anyway.
Poor Emma, having to be on the side of the bad guys.
That was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did in fact steal the notebook—
Hold that! Do you really believe what you're saying, Detective Sky? Do you really think Ms. Wright killed Mr. Reyes to stop him from getting his revenge?
Of course I don't think that. The Trucy we know would—
Keep your private considerations separate from your public duty. I warned you about this very thing before the trial began, did I not, Detective Sky?
Yes, you did.
Please recite my exact words to you.
Emma Sky, you are a detective first and foremost, not the accused's friend. Remember your duty and fulfill it faithfully.
I almost wish that that we still had Gumshoe back for this, because I love how, like, Gumshoe started in the very first game kind of antagonistic toward us, but then, like, by the end, like, he was our good friend. Emma's kind of our friend. I feel like Apollo doesn't really hang out with Emma a lot. I'd like to think that Phoenix Wright would hang out with Gumshoe sometimes. Excellent, so you do remember what I said to you. Your devotion to your work will be rewarded, for the Holy Mother sees all.
This Holy Mother is no scientific concept I've ever heard of. Those two really don't get along, do they?
Well, science and religion go together about as well as oil and water.
As I was saying, the defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secrets.
Hold it! I'm sorry, but what exactly is the basis for claiming it was murder? And just that she had a motive, apparently, is all.
Beats me.
What? The basis is beats me?
You'll have to ask Prosecutor Sadmati over there, because he hasn't told me his reasoning either.
Detective Sky, your feeding of information to the defense has not gone unnoticed by my eyes. Yeah, how dare she obey the laws of legal discovery? The bad karma of acts which go against your duty will impinge upon you in your next life. But even before that, it may impinge upon your job in the form of a transfer.
Ah! Please don't get me kicked out of the forensics unit, anything but that.
That's right, she just finally got there. Poor Emma, she's really risking everything for us. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, because I know I'm still way behind. Let's see. Crap, where did I leave off, though? Oh, and a poll just appeared as I was saying that. Your favorite pun name in Ace Attorney that's not wordplay. We got Spark Brushel. Oh my gosh, I hated that guy. Azura Summers, Dahlia Hawthorne, or Mike Meekins. I think I'm gonna be honest. Dahlia Hawthorne is like just a really great villain name. I don't like the character. Oh, I should have maybe voted other for Penny Nichols. But it looks like a lot of people are voting Azura Summers. Yeah, let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Vero says, Athena is sadly barely playable, like maybe a case per game. Nora says, Athena best character, 100%. This case is the only one I've ever seen. Trucy, second best. If you like Trucy a lot, she is very prominent in Apollo Justice. That one, the 4th game in the series. 5th one, she was in like a tiny little bit. And her character model in that one was not as good as in this game. What?
I wanted to add Penny Nichols, but it's a wordplay frown.
Okay, that is fair. That is fair then. I miss her. I'm excited that we're gonna get to see her in HD again in Edgeworth Investigations 2. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Quick80 says, compared to every other prosecutor, Nayuta is doing good. I mean, he's not like evil, like he's not a jerk. He's just a religious fanatic. Nora says the added dialogue is so funny. That's actually my favorite thing to do in this game. Vera said she's so upset. Quick Kitty says Snackoo's in 3D. Nora says much. Said also, I don't think this guy slays anymore. Well, maybe he slays literally. Maybe he killed somebody. Vera says, Nayuta scares me when he smiles. Quick Kitty said, Emma Sky, Judge, just keep in mind that I completely prove Trucy is guilty. As I completely prove Trucy is guilty, I think she's innocent. Oh, and the poll is almost done. So let me see which is winning. It looks like the winner is, oh, it's so close, it's so close. It's like a 1 vote difference. The winner was Other, barely edging out Azura Summers. Other had 47% of the vote. Azura had 42% of the vote, with Queen Katie contributing 70 channel points. So I better see those other votes in the chat. Let me have a sip of water. We'll go back to the game here. Poor Emma. She's really been risking everything for us. Well, Prosecutor Sadmati, what are your grounds for claiming homicide? It was the luminous tape in the understage passage. The spike tape? I realized that it had been moved. Moved so that Mr. Reyes would climb up into the downstage coffin by mistake. Oh, so that tape was supposed to be at the other ladder. So he was supposed to climb up in the tiny coffin. That's why.
TTS, my fave. Other names are peace, love, and understanding, and patrol.
Oh, patrol. The patrolman patrol. How could I forget about him? Oh my gosh! Thank you very much for the TTS Crystal. How is Chapter 3 of Danganronpa going? By the way, have you reached the body yet? Okay, so that's what happened. So apparently he was supposed to climb up into the small coffin. So it makes sense why the small coffin had the dragon on front. It was probably supposed to be like they trap the dragon in it, and then it like transforms back into him as a person. And the magic would be how he could appear in such a small coffin. We still don't know why he was facing the wrong direction, unless that trick was supposed to be like turning the coffin around. But at the same time, okay, even if you were underground, in the underground stage area, whatever you call it, the underpassage, and you see the glow tape of the X in the wrong place, like if you know what you're doing, you would notice the big glow tape sections for these lifts and realize like, oh, this ladder leads up to the other one in between the two lifts. He would have had to be a brain dead idiot to climb up the wrong one. I'm sorry, but it's true. I have performed many shows before. Not magic specifically, but plenty of theatrical shows. If something like that changed, you gotta be able to have your wits about you. I'm sorry, but if that happened, maybe he deserved to die. But I still think maybe he was in on it, and that was part of his thing, and he intentionally went up there to screw up the trick. Maybe what was gonna happen is the coffin was gonna open, and he was gonna pop out and go, here's how she does her tricks, or something like that. What? Mr. Reyes, who was waiting in the understage passage, was supposed to have used the upstage ladder shown here on the left. Or maybe that's why Bonnie had Mr. Hat go to the other side. Because that forced Trucy to move those lifts around. But he still would have seen the glow tape of the big yellow squares on the stage. No, he's still an idiot. he was to climb up into the coffin that had been set up in the backstage area. After being turned into a stuffed dragon during Act 1, Mr. Reyes was supposed to come back to life and emerge from that coffin. But the luminous tape had been moved to mark the downstage ladder. So the victim climbed up into the coffin on the stage itself by mistake. I hope this isn't real. If he legitimately climbed up the wrong ladder because of this, then you know what? It's Darwinism. He did not deserve to pass on his genes. The very same coffin the accused thrust her sword into. Oh, look at Bonnie's face over here. I know she's evil, but she's so adorable. Can one of Bonnie's twins be nice? Maybe it's an evil twin that's conspiring with Roger Rettins. Reggie Rettins. Roger, because Roger of ratings, yeah. Can one of Bonnie's, can it be like a Dahlia and Iris thing? Can one of them be nice? Can one of them marry me? Is that allowed? And you have proof that was my client who moved the tape? But of course, Detective Sky.
Huh? Oh, that's right. I identified the defendant's fingerprints on the luminous tape.
What? He actually had proof? Well, defense, are you finally ready to let it all go and move on? Absolutely not. Detective, please add the information about the prints on the tape to your testimony. Okay, so if that's the new thing that's been added, this is probably gonna be what we're gonna present evidence for. Let's press it just to be sure there's no additional information that we're gonna get, and then we'll figure out what evidence is gonna contradict this.
The defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she moved it during the show. With the huh?
Did not just pull a Tubin Makoto on Emma?
I mean, a little bit. But it... Yeah. I have mixed feelings about their dynamic together in general. Emma makes me miss Gumshoe even though I like her more than in the last game, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I'm gonna read a couple more comments in the chat though. See, Queen Katie said, already read that. Magpie says, I've never been so glad that someone didn't know the words to a song. Wait, which song? Which song was it? Which did I do? I can't even remember. Nora said, in the most cracked voiceover ever. Oh, it's the Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. I'm hanging out with Emma Sky. Nora said, why did Twitter cancel him? Apparently dying is highly offensive to the people on Twitter. Jackson says, I get it, rambling is truly good for the soul. Thank you, Jacksonon. In that case, my soul is good for my soul. Nora says, dying is a cancelable offense on Twitter. Oh yeah, don't let twitter.com know you died. All right, there's another clip. I'll check that out in a minute. Let's keep going with this.
The defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved it during the show.
Hold it! What made you think to check the luminous tape for prints?
Well, I bet it was detective's intuition. I dusted not just the tape, but just about everywhere for fingerprints.
Oh? You find fingerprints anywhere else?
I dusted pretty much every single surface in the theater. I mean, it was so nice to be able to dust for prints without anybody getting mad at me.
It's great that you're enthusiastic, Emma, but there is such a thing as too enthusiastic. The tape was moved, so it sounds like either she had the fingerprints on from before or they did something to get her fingerprints on, I don't know. The tape was moved to guide Mr. Reyes to the coffin that was downstage. If that's true, does that sound like a murder it does sound like a murder rather than an accident. That certainly doesn't help that Trucy's prints are on the tape. Ugh. I wish I knew what sound would even be appropriate to make in this situation. I think yipes is the appropriate sound, Apollo. Okay, so that's all the comments. So let's go to that last statement that was added and review our court record. So the defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved it during the show. You know what's probably gonna be is that she was so rushed moving the lifts that she wouldn't have time for it. So let's check out our court record. So we got attorney's badge, we have diagram depicting the stage where the show was performed and the understage passage. So that's fine. We have Bonnie's script, the fire truck was canceled due to the incident. Magic Show script, 9:30, Mr. Reyes transformed into dragon, Trucy's hat trick, Bonnie's teleportation trick, and Trucy's escape trick, Mr. Reyes' fire trick. This will be dangerous, make sure the fire bucket is ready. Trucy's notebook, Grammary, Creed, a true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face is written inside. 13-year-old poster. Mr. Reyes was apparently ousted from True Grammary 13 years ago due to an injury he sustained. The body that appeared in the coffin. There's a harness around his waist for a stunt wire. Okay, so maybe what we saw getting zipped up into the air wasn't Bonnie, but was the body. Huh. And maybe he was alive and he's like, I pretend to be dead, zip up there, oh, I'm fine. But then if there's Bonnie, goes stab right there. Maybe. Fingerprint results. In addition to prints from the victim and Bonnie, a set of fingerprints, a set of unknown fingerprints were found on the top. I mean, we ought to present this at some point. There's fingerprints we don't know. Trucy wore gloves during the, oh, that's what it's, Trucy wore gloves during the show. And so none of the fingerprints were found. Mr. Reyes' palm prints are reverse the image. That's what it is. And so the other stuff doesn't matter, but she was wearing gloves during the show. Let's just double check everything in case the game decides to be a jerk. Fire bucket, contract, Trucy's statement was Trucy's statement that she moved the stage lift. So that could be it because I wouldn't give her time. That's just showing the carbon paper for the fake contract, the sword stand with the rubber sword, the stage lift 2 that she wasn't able to crank down. There's the show footage and there's the autopsy report. So it's going to be the fingerprint results. Let's save before we do this, because the game likes to be a jerk to me. I do hope someday that the game and I can have a redemption arc where we become friends again. Okay, so fingerprint results. She was wearing gloves during the show. Haha! I'm sorry, Detective Sky, but there's a flaw in your testimony.
Oh, really?
The prosecution is claiming that Ms. Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin downstage. But doesn't make sense she'd leave prints on the tape at the time. It doesn't? Please consider the fingerprinting results of the main coffin, which shows that not one of my client's fingerprints was found on or in it.
That's true, we didn't find any of her prints on that coffin.
Oh, I think you realize what the flaw in your testimony is. Well, except can't the prosecution just go like, all right, fine, she moved the tape before the show. Or or you know what he'll just say? It's like under the stage, she pulled off the glove. She had to use her fingerprints to peel back the tape to catch the corner. I mean, you guys ever tried peeling tape off someone wearing gloves? Claiming Ms. Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconsistent with the facts. Because she was wearing gloves during the show.
Oh.
She must have left the prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient!
Oh my. But on a personal level, I'm very happy about that.
All right, let's save again since we made it past that point. Just remember to keep saving. And Vero has a clip. Hang on, let me load this up in the clip here so we can check out this clip together. This clip from Vero is titled Dead Socially and Physically? Let's see. Canceled! Oh no, he is not canceled, he dead. He dead. He may have been canceled on twitter.com, but he dead. I know it's just such a weird thing, like a big giant cancel sticker. He dead. But thank you very much for the clip, Vero. I appreciate that. Quick Kitty said, oh, Logan, you should check Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil. They're great songs. Are they tracks on this as well? Let me make a note of that with my other thing. Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Nora says, I spent 1.7 thousand channel points. Say, Logan, you don't understand. Well, but you earn more back by watching. And who knows if Batman On ever returns, maybe if you can get subbed. And if you get subbed, then you get extra points. Vera said, polls are the dark side of this economy. Nora says, real. Queen Katie says, oh, that reminds me, I'm loving the DD TikTok so far. Good work. Oh, thank you. I've only posted like 2 of them. But here's the thing that stresses me out. I think it's like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, something like that. I'm going to start posting Persona 3.
TTS for Vocaloid, make sure to watch THR Animations 2 greater than.
Oh, okay, those are Vocaloid songs. Okay, I'm gonna write that down here. Vocaloid, I'm gonna make a note of that. And was that Crystal who did that, TTS? Because I still need to go back and watch more of Alien Stage. I only ever watched the first one. But yes, thank you, Queen Katie. I hope you're enjoying them. But I'm nervous about the Persona 3 ones because, like, I've literally seen people have commented as I've been getting toward the end of Persona 5. I've had a couple of comments on TikTok videos where it's like, you're not ending your Persona 5 videos, are you? And it's like, I have to eventually, but there's gonna be Persona 3. I hope you like that as much. Okay, let's play a little bit more, then I will be back to the chat. Well, Prosecutor Satmati, if the defense's argument is true, then you have no evidence the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim. I see. Apparently, the defense is more intelligent than I had thought. More than a stink bug, at any rate. Hey, yeah! I'm proud of myself that I'm not as dumb as a stink bug. Come on! You can bump me up to at least a stag beetle now, can't you? Well, I mean, he's got the little... I mean, he kind of looks like a type of beetle. What's the one beetle that has, like, the big pincer things up coming up there? Is that a stag beetle? Would that really be any better? Of course, way better. Stag beetles are cool with those huge mandibles in there. Oh, I think stag beetles are the ones with the pincer claws like that or something. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Satura? No, Satori? Something like that. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Oh, I hope when we answer it, we do get promoted to a stag beetle. I hope he's true to his word. All right, shoot. A train leaving Chicago at 55 miles per hour departs at the same time as a train leaving Detroit at 45 miles per hour. They're traveling in opposite directions. Actually, I don't know how far apart Detroit and Chicago are. Never mind. Even with no evidence that the accused moved the tape to misguide the victim, the victim still climbed the ladder using the tape as a guide and entered the coffin on the stage. The accused then thrust her sword into said coffin with the victim in it. So what you're saying is, the fact remains the victim was stabbed to death, right? Precisely. However, this does drastically change one aspect of this case. If the accused did not lead the victim into the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. Okay, he's actually being reasonable. If it was indeed an accident, the defense can argue that it was involuntary manslaughter.
281 miles or 452 kilometers.
452 kilometers? I don't need to know European miles. We're in America. Make it 281. So thank you for looking that up. So that's the distance. So at those speeds, so go ahead and calculate it. Calculate it. At those speeds, one going 55, one going 45, opposite directions. How long? Oh no, actually, okay. There was, as much as I love math, when I was in, I believe it was like, it had to have been like 7th grade math, I think. So 7th grade math. So I was 12 years old at the time. I had a math problem that I struggled with so much that it kept me up at night. Like that, it's not even like keeping me awake, like I had nightmares about it. So here's what it was. It was one of those train problems, a train traveling from 2 separate areas at 2 different speeds. But the other thing was there's like a bee traveling back and forth between the tips of the front of each train. And you had to like chart, but it was going like faster than the train. So it was like zipping back and forth a whole bunch as the trains got closer. And you had to figure out how far the bee would have traveled by the time the trains reach each other and like pass each other. And it was a nightmare. This is for a 12-year-old. And yet I still love math. So thank you very much for the bits there, Vero. I appreciate it. I see. If it was involuntary manslaughter, they could plead extenuating circumstances. Except we can't, because that even if we pled that, she would still be liable for canceling the show and we would lose everything. And the severity of the crime could be mitigated. Defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue it was an accident? Oh, this is it. The all-important question. The defense argues that Mr. Reyes' death was... Oh, hang on. If we pick accident, do we get a bad ending? I love getting bad endings. Hang on. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to save. I want to get a bad ending. So if we say accident, will Trucy go to jail and all of our stuff gets repossessed and Phoenix gets back from his trip? And he's like, I was wrong to trust Apollo Justice. And we save, so let's say, yeah, an accident. Or the defense believes this incident was an unfortunate accident. How that? Apollo, wait, no. Wouldn't that mean we're admitting Trucy stabbed the victim? If we do that, we won't be able to plead that Trucy was not at fault. Oops. I'm Apollo right. And I have oopsie daisy doozied. So the defense argues that the victim's death was an accident, is that correct? No, because I definitely can't allow Trucy to be implicated in the stabbing. The defense maintains that the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it wasn't an accident, but murder. And what's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. Maybe even more than third, maybe third and fourth and fifth, depending on how many siblings that Bonnie girl got. Rabbits do multiply. A third party, as in the true culprit is someone else? Hubbub, hubbub, hubbub. Murders can be committed by other people? Who'da thunk? That is quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit. Oh crap, except I'm wearing a black suit. And your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. Oh, no. Surely you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life. I've been demoted to a vegetable? They don't even got brains. Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. Yeah, do they have souls? Ah! In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. And we'll find out what those are after I read a couple more comments in the chat. Here we go. Let's see. Queen Katie said, I kept replaying the Blame It on Juniper one. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. That one didn't do quite, because I only posted 2 clips so far. Another one goes up tomorrow, I think. But yeah, the Juniper one didn't get quite as much play as the Apollo Going Blind one. But I appreciate that you liked it. Queen Katie said maybe it was the, hey, I know I got this scar, but I want to do more stuff that's totally risky. What do you mean, no? I'm already on the poster. So yeah, I guess it was that. Like that type of thing. They forced himself on stage. Nora said, I'm watching I'm making chicken strips right now while watching this. I could go for some of those. What do you guys like to dip your chicken strips in? I like to dip mine in honey. Crystal says, Hina saw a ghost of him. This chapter you're on has some really interesting stuff. Wait. Is it this chapter or the next one? I actually get the two of them confused. I think it's this chapter. But yes, I really would love to hear your thoughts after this chapter is done. Vera with a clip. Hey, and let me load this up, the clip, Vera, so we can all watch it together. Don't worry, lurkers. We'll be back to the game in just a moment here. This clip from Vera was titled, Submitting This to Tumblr Sexy Man Wiki as a Petition. Okay, let's check this out. I feel like I would feel better about it if his costume wasn't so out of place in this poster, because everybody else sticks to a very specific theme. It's more or less very similar outfits, like differences like the type of tie. You know, we got like a scarf, a bow tie, this more flamboyant thing, and a regular tie. But it's like the same general costume, just in different colors. And I mean, slight change like the collar direction stuff, but it's basically the same costume and a different playing card thing for the brooch. And then there's this tryhard over here. This guy who's auditioning for Tumblr Sexy Man. I feel like I would feel better. I think that is an accurate description of Man of Mystery. Thank you very much, Vera, for the clip. I appreciate that. Quick Gator says, yes, I told you I had a funny clip for the trial start. Crystal does quote number 98. Sometimes girls get excited by irons. Persona 3 Reload, May 11th, 2024. Crystal says, yippee! Oh, because your follow age is a year and 4 days for that account. Nora said, can I make you a frog plushie with the same pattern? Can I wear him like a shirt? Said, oh my gosh, Mystery Man is alive. I think maybe. I think he was still alive when he flopped out of the coffin. He's probably still dead. He's probably dead now. But wouldn't it be great if both him and Bonnie both have twins? What if they're twins with each other or something like that? Do we know their ages? Hang on, I think we finally saw his age, but I can't remember what it was. Let's check out their character. So his age is 30 and Bonnie's is 19. I guess they could still be twins if like he was born first and then the mom just kind of like clenched for 21 years. Is that biologically possible? In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours then. Uh-huh. Well, all right, but before I give it, there's one question that we need to address. Can I please be a stag beetle? If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, well then how did we wind up with a dead body inside the coffin? A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. What he's gonna say is probably the direction that he was facing in the coffin that would have stabbed him in the side. Oh, and a pole just appeared. Here's some weird isekais I saw. Choose your favorite. Are these actual ones? Isekai as an umbrella. Vending machine, I have seen that one. Oh, it's Yamcha from Dragon Ball. I have seen that where a guy is isekai as Yamcha from Dragon Ball, but with like knowledge of everything that happened in the Dragon Ball series. I kind of love that. As slime, I do love reincarnated as a slime. Suicide Squad, I haven't watched the Suicide Squad isekai yet, but I've heard good things so far. I like the design for some of the characters. And the Jokers, I don't know about, but some of the other, like Harley and Clayface and some of the others look kind of cool. See, Nora said, yeah, he died of shock. Stabbing did nothing. Vera said, Kristoff also made it, but Clavier didn't. Oh, I read that as a pin message. Quick80 said, Clavier would be/should be a sexy man on Tumblr. I can see it, but maybe he's too handsome. Vera said, laughing, I think it's because he's too handsome, yeah, which doesn't make sense because Nayuta made it. Quick80 said, he what? Vera said, yeah. Quick80 said, he's not even a loser. Is that required? You have to be a loser? Magpie says, Tumblr couldn't handle Orange Clavier getting his guitar lit on fire 10,000 times in AA4. Mira said, funny enough, one of the reasons is because he is pathetic. Quinkata says, lol, fair. Nora said, man summoned a butterfly. I would defend Trucy with my life. Mira said, no, because that's such a loser thing he did. He suits the Tumblr sexy man vibes, as the butterfly is chat. Ooh. I thought it was Lavenza in Persona 5. I'm read just a couple more comments. We'll get back in this. Queen Katie said, oh man, I was gonna type something, but I forgot. Oh, I know. Logan just yelled potato. Oh, that was read by the pin message, so thank you. Said Vero, mind pinning that quickly, if that's okay. Vera salutes. Queen Katie says, thank you. And Magpie says, Apollo really said I'm an atheist. Vera said he keeps saying putrid to push Apollo's buttons. If only there was like a button where that starts with a P to push Apollo's putrid pushes Paul. You know, something like that. And Queen Katie said, did Nayuta smuggle that spirit butterfly from Karain? Maybe he just makes him appear? I hope he didn't smuggle it from Karain, because that could be an invasive species that could totally screw up the Japanifornia ecosystem. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? Oh, it was magic. Crap, but we can lose hit points. I want to say it was magic. Save. I'm gonna say it's magic. I'm gonna say it was magic, and then I'll just reload after this. Oh, wait, no, I already clicked that. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? It was magic. The defense would like to contend that it was indeed magic. A wizard did it. I don't got to explain crap. I've seen that kind of trick before. Money appearing in an empty box, for example. I see, and how does a trick like that work? What's the secret to it? It's magic. It's magic. Oh, and the poll is done. And Suicide Squad won with 67% of the vote, Queen Katie contributing 90 channel points, and a pin message from Vero saying, another one that didn't make it were Spider. Oh, that's the one, wait, no, is Spider the one that Weedle likes, or that might be a friend of mine? Like, no, Weedle likes Dragon Hatchling. It says, White Bear, knockoff isekai about someone similar to Vladimir Putin, and a reverse isekai where the devil comes to our world. I'm just amazed that isekai became such a popular genre in recent years. I mean, I know it's always been around for ages, but it's like had an explosion. And what I love about it is that they don't even bother to like explain why or how or whatever you're reincarnated in this world. It's like, yeah, truck hit you, now you're here. Moving on. But thank you very much for the pin message and the poll. Well, the appeal of magic is in the mystery. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? Sometimes it is better just to accept it for what it is. Just enjoy it. Move on. Like Nayura over there says, just let it go and move on. The real mystery here is how you pass the bar exam, Mr. Justice. Stab in the gut. Disbarred. All right, let's just move on then, shall we? Why don't you try again, Defense? I will, but I'm gonna save scum because I didn't really believe it was magic. I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay, how'd the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? See, I still don't think he was killed under stage. I think he was probably alive, but let's just say he was killed under stage and shoved up in there. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go? Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadmati? That is the third time. Third time of what? Ha! I feel like I just walked through a cobweb or something. Is it still on me? I can't get it off. What the heck is this? .com. My head! Your wish is my command. What do you think you're doing? Those were the vibrating beads I used to cheat at chess. You don't want to know where they've been. Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if she is struck 3 times. Since you never learn, you needed to be punished. Why don't you let me worry about what I need and don't need? It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. You are a brainless lawyer chasing phantoms. Hey, we caught a phantom last game. Sadly, you know nothing. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. A sermon? Now? There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism. Quote, a cornered frog will swallow even a snake. And it'll probably get bit while it's eating it and they'll both die. Huh? Oh, yes.
TTS fandom, like the Phantom Thieves, Joker, Heck.
Yes, like those phantoms. No other phantom has ever existed in the series, huh?
Cool trivia: if you rotate the text of a chant 180 degrees reveals that it's just hiragana of what he said.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, we gotta check that out. Thank you. Next time he does that thing. Actually, here, can we check it out in history? Will we scroll up and be able to see it? Oh, there it is! Wait, that's not hiragana on its side, is it? Wait, do I have to, am I going the wrong way? How am I supposed to look at this? This doesn't... I mean, some of these look vaguely like a couple of katakana characters, like that looks like ah. Or maybe if I go upside down, because then that would be kind of like te, wouldn't that be like toe? Oh, okay, so maybe I have to go all the way upside down. Okay. Hang on. Okay, and that's like ka. Can't tell what that's supposed to get. So
TTS Logan, 180 degrees.
oh, okay, so that is upside down. I eventually got it. I eventually figured out, for some reason I had my brain rotate like on the side like 90 degrees. I'm sorry, but thank you for the TTS. Okay, so some of them are very stylized though, and probably take a bit to figure out exactly what they're supposed to be. But I'm gonna check that out. In fact, I'm gonna snap a picture of that on my phone so that I can check that out later. Thank you very much for the trivia there, Vera, for the 10 bits, and Crystal for the clarification. Oh, here we go. Satora Imaoman Domo Samoshi Detash. Well, oh crap! It like clicked shut. Hang on. Detash. Is that Detash Meke Tare Gasayo Sonoka? Is that right? Did I do it right? Did I pronounce it right? I think I may have messed up on one or two of those characters. But thank you for the pin message, Vero. I appreciate that. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time looking at that. So. Oh, okay, so you look at it upside down, but then you also don't read it in reverse. So you just flip the characters, the individual characters. So how is that one supposed to be Sa when it goes up? Oh, I guess I can kind of see it. There's like an extra little mark in there, but that kind of, or you look at that kind of bent like that. Okay, so Satora Imaoman Domo Samashi Deta. You know, okay, I'm done with that, but thank you very much. I am fascinated by that, but I'm also noticing Lurker's jumping ship from the channel. It's like he's not playing the game. He's just mumbling in a different language. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. A courted lawyer has unexpectedly struck back hard against the prosecution. Did I get it right? No, for I am not done with my sermon. Quote, and yet the frog still dies, its belly bitten and torn from within. And it's like I said, the frog still dies. Oh, just great. And in this case, you are that frog defense. Step up from the stink bug. What exactly is your point anyway? Let us assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who then had the opportunity to do so during the show? See, that's what I was saying before. That's why Bonnie has to have like a twin or somebody else, because like, assuming that Roger was indeed at the studio while all this was going on, that is an actual airtight alibi. Then Bonnie was on stage, but there had to be someone else under the stage so that after Trucy popped up to load the body up into the coffin. Because Trucy went into the coffin to go down under the stage. And so there had to be somebody else down there to do it. That's why there's a second, you know how the people have their conspiracy theory for like JFK assassinations, like there was a second gunman on the grassy knoll. This is a second, my second Bonnie theory. Well, let's see, the people in the show were Bonnie DeFame, the victim, Mr. Reyes, and Trucy Wright. Are there any stagehands? Bonnie DeFame was on stage throughout the entire show, as easily confirmed by the footage from the show. Which leaves us with only one suspect, Trucy Wright. Now do you see? The accused killed Mr. Reyes as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above. Except she had to scramble to move the two lifts, thus making the murder look like an accident. No! And the butterfly's back. Also, holy crap, I just glanced at the time. We've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. I feel like we haven't done anything yet. Now is a great time to keep an eye out for raid suggestions. Just saying. So I gotta read a couple more comments in the chat because I'm probably like way behind right now. Magpie says, which gets funnier the further through the game you get. Oh, the thing about Apollo claiming to not believe in this stuff. Queen Katie said, did Nayuta smuggle that spirit? Oh, I already read that. But yeah, the whole thing about him, I feel like if you have friends and colleagues who literally channel ghosts, you ought to be able to just ask, what is the afterlife like? Like, you should be able to solve the question of religion easily. Crystal says, pretty man Nayuta, low-key like you. Says, so, Chihiri is an alter ego. Oh, that's where you're at in Danganronpa. Queen Katie said, lol, yeah, I forgot to ask you how much you knew about DR2. Queen Katie says, no! Well, Queen Katie, Crystal joined our streams during Danganronpa 2 when we were playing that. Like, the community really came together here. Prior to that, in Danganronpa 1, we had a few people. We had like Rukov and Clam and Lucy, but it was after a big raid by Chris Tergliafera, the voice of Gundam Tanaka, raided us. We actually got a community in Danganronpa 2. That's what like kickstarted it. Crystal says, I know who killed who. Queen Katie said, not Emma being Gumshoe 2.0. Crystal says, plus Nagito. Magpie says, quote, divine punishment in the form of a salary evaluation is still very funny. Queen Katie says, noted. I was just curious. Nora said, the stress eating is so real. Vera said, actually, his appearance is supposed to be very gender neutral because he was designed to transcend gender. Magpie says, I'm always so proud of Emma. She actually has a character arc throughout the entire series. OG Trilogy, Investigations, AJ Trilogy. That is true. She was just kind of annoying in Apollo Justice. But she's redeeming herself now. Crystal says, I don't know how did the trial go, though, besides the first one. Queen Katie says, yeah, a lot of his concept art is very gender neutral. Some of them you could not tell if he was a guy. Vera said, I vaguely remember he was originally meant to be whichever gender the player would like him to be. Crystal says, androgynous Nagito canon? Vera said, which makes sense because Hinduism and Buddhism symbolism. Magpie says, it sounds like you said Mag first, and I was like, what did I do? Half expecting to be called one of the Crammaries. I forgot Magnify existed. Oh, when I fumbled and meant to say Valent. And Vera said, Nayuta, not Nagito. Crystal said, oh, never mind, you're talking about the monk. Bunch of emotes and laughing. Crystal says to Vera, you mean he pretty? Vera said, he really is. Magpie says, yes, actually, the developers wanted Nayuta to seem androgynous. Vera said, not my fave guy ever, but he's okay. Magpie said, don't forget peace, love, and understanding. And Crystal with a timestamp, 138.50? I'm almost an hour behind? I need to read a lot of chat. Vera says laughing, Crystal says laughing. Queen Katie said, whose name was Stairway to Heaven in French, by the way, I love that. Says, I want that, yes, zooming in on the snack who's. Add quote, just don't get addicted to anything white. Queen Katie says, the name puns will get worse, Logan. Jackson on said, the way you said Reyes kept making me think of Dr. Zaius from the song from The Simpsons parody of Planet of the Apes, and I can't get it out of my head. Jackson on, you talking about Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. A parody of Amadeus. Have you guys ever watched like the old Planet of the Apes movies? When I was like,
today isn't sleepy today that Logan didn't notice he was super behind.
No, I'm so behind, but I love that it's not sleepy because I love hanging out with you guys. I just gotta really catch up. But thank you for the TTS. But question, have you guys ever watched the old Planet of the Apes movies? When I was a kid, I think it was like when I was like 13 for whatever reason, I like binged the original series. And it's a trip. Like the old ones from like the 1970s. Jackson on, I read that. Queen Katie said, it will get much worse. Magpie says, the word you'll hear a lot is putrid. Ah. Yay. Magpie says, there was a little bit of perspective switching in AA4's final case technically. Okay, that is true. I'd forgotten about that. That is true. Queen Katie said, Themis Academy was an Athena. Apollo was yokai. That's right. Nora said, the character I was talking about that turned out to be a lesbian icon is named Samus. I did not, in fact, imagine that character. I don't know what it's from. I'm just from, but it was like 1986. Are you talking about from Metroid? I always feel like Samus hasn't never like really has she ever had romantic interests? Because I feel like romance has never like played a part in any of your game, but I've never played Metroid Prime, so I could be wrong. But I talked about Samus earlier, turned into a ball. Queen Katie said Samus would happen to be the Metroid Samus. Yes, Samus. I always have said Arin, but I heard other people say Samus Arin. Nora said, I think so, yes. Vera adding the quote. Nora said, yeah, it was. Magpie says, wait, that's not wordplay? Then it's not a pun? Crystal says, hello, Makoto is low-key a perv? What do you mean he went inside the bathhouse and followed what Monokuma said? I remember that. That was rather startling. That was the thing. That was a thing that happened. Magpie said, but if I must, Angel Star. Vera said, I see you had the man. Wait, Vera says, I see you had, the man nut. Yes, the item. The man, I forgot, that's what it was. I thought you said, I thought you were using like man as the object and the word after that is the verb for what you had Makoto do. Like, I see you had the man, Makoto. I see you had Makoto. No, I don't like, he didn't do that when he went to the bathhouse in my game. But yeah, we did have a man nut. Like the item. And Vera said she almost made it. Queen Katie said, so you had the man nut, the item, the man nut. Crystal with a TTS, and what does that even mean? Crystal says, so Crystal, how do I explain this? That would have never happened if you didn't have a certain item, the man nut. Yeah, I think it's from like the Gacha game. Vera said it was purely Gacha. Queen Katie said, yeah. Vera said, Gacha, you don't want to win. Queen Katie said, well, you were getting gifts for friendos. Nora says the case is so confusing. Oh, welcome to the world of Ace Attorney. Nora. Queen Katie said magic always is. Nora said magic is real. You can't prove me otherwise. Queen Katie said Bonnie is 19. I'd forgotten. Okay, let's play a little bit more, but I will be back to read some more chat. I hope I'm getting slowly closer to catching up because I didn't realize I was an hour behind. Oh, great and merciful Holy Mother. Thus, another putrid mind has been guided toward enlightenment. I can't believe I swallowed his trick question whole. Hubbub, to swallow that whole, he must have no gag reflex. Does Clavier know about this? Objection! Huh? Huh. Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you? There's something I want to point out, Apollo. And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in countenance. I may be young and bad at my job, but I have an attorney's badge just the same. We have very low standards in this country for lawyers. And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity? I most certainly would. Beep. Oh crap, we're gonna do one of these. Wait, who are we gonna do this on? Like the emotional thing, what? You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage, but let me remind you that Ms. Wright is a girl. Girls don't do murders in the dark. There the defense rests. Hey, Apollo, what'd you think about that? Clearly. Surely you don't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact, surely. You don't believe in gender inequality? Your Honor, please send this sexist lawyer away. Send for this little child's guardian to come take her home.
Athena spent too much time with Mr. Rhymes.
Mr. Rhymes? I don't know what to think about him. I didn't like him the first half, but after he Super Saiyaned out, he grew on me a bit. But that whole case was sad, though. But I did feel for him toward the end. But yes. Hold on! But I'm not done with my sermon! You don't need to talk like Prosecutor Sadmati, you know. Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would have to be hauled up to the stage, right? However, Ms. Wright is a young girl and a pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have hefted that large body up and put it in the coffin. Oh, that's true. It does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. Are we gonna claim? Oh, you know where he's probably gonna claim that the lift that was already up is because she used that lift to put the body up in there, and that's why she had to use the second lift to get up on the stage. I don't think even I could do it. I have hoisted a few bodies in my day. What do you think of that, prosecutor? Who's the child now? In my religion, the priestesses of Koreanism are revered as the pillars of our beliefs. So I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women. That's right, I am a respecter of women. I also think highly of the female perspective. Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Who's a fair maiden? I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. How indeed was the body raised up into the coffin? By the accused, Trucy Wright, that is. You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that'd even be possible. But of course. Yeah, it's gonna be like using the lift, right? How many of these little ghost butterflies are gonna fly down to him? There was a way for even a small creature like her to raise the victim's body up. Huh? Wait, you really can't explain it? I foresaw that our arguments would come to this, so I have prepared a witness. Oh, is it gonna be Bonnie? I miss her. Well, I admire your readiness, prosecutor. It's really not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial. He couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out like this, could he? Oh, it's pretty hard to believe.
Excuse me, but may I step down now? The snackoos have been going right through me.
Huh?
The ghost butterflies are chat saying hi.
Okay, so in that case, I'll be happy whenever they appear. Whenever they appear, I say hi to chat. But thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate it. I should also read some more chat, but let's get some background music in the game first. So I like having that in the background while I read the chat because I'm still way behind. But thank you, Vero, for the 10 bits and for saying hi as a little butterfly. Yes, I suppose you may. One moment, Detective Sky.
I'm sorry, sir. You know the way I handled all of this.
You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. Oh, was he stopping her just to compliment her? Maybe he's nice.
It was?
Yes. You served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You did okay. You will be rewarded for your fine work.
Thank you.
I hope we can work together again in the future. Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person, like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Gavel Slam! Give me praise! I need attention, be nice to me! Notice me! Now then, let us call the next witness! Please be Bonnie! Oh, we're gonna like pan all the way up from her. Two little footballs on her shoes! Oh, she's so cute even though she's evil! Witness, please state your name and occupation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet y'all. Okay, let's save again. And then we're gonna catch up a little bit more in the chat. Let's see, Crystal says, why? Just why? Nora says, Trucy is not the murderer. She's just a little baby. I hope at some point we defend like a literal baby. Queen Katie says to Crystal, cause fan service. Vera said he knows why he's asking her to tell them. Nora says, why is Emma addicted to dusting for fingerprints? Okay, so Emma's whole dream is that her entire life she wanted to be a forensic scientist. And so she got like working for the police department, but she wasn't like allowed to do it herself. And so she would like sneak off and like secretly do it, but she kept getting in trouble. So now this is the first game she actually is a like certified forensic scientist and she actually gets to do it. So she's enthusiastic. She's going overboard. Vera said she loves forensic science since she was a teenager when we met her in the first game. Nora says, oh, and there's a bot that Vero killed. Thank you, Vero. Crystal says, what kind of motive is money when you can't even go out of the school? Good, but you know, eventually, if you do a murder and don't get caught, you could go out. Just saying. Crystal says, bot. Queen Katie said, bot. Nora says, boot the bot. Queen Katie said, Vero, it's your time. Crystal says, bot, perish the bot. And Vero did. Queen Katie says, huzzah. Crystal says, yippee. Vero said, the one time I go to the bathroom. Queen Katie with the keyboard slam. Crystal's laughing. Crystal says, you were not allowed to go to the bathroom /J. Vero said, we got it though. Phew. Queen Katie said, it's fine. We would have TTS'd Logan. We did that last stream before the stream died. Vero said, I'm a slave in this labyrinth. Logan's basement. And I salute you, Vero. I still feel bad that you like, I'm grateful that you've really taken to this whole mod thing, but I feel bad that I kind of thrust it upon you as a joke, and it's probably a lot more work and responsibility, but I do appreciate it. Nora said, I feel like I need to read my You Be the Jury books tonight. Said, quote, but on a personal level, I'm very happy about that. Okay, so that's where I am. At the end of, I'm still behind. Crystal saying, anyway, as soon as I save, I got the motive. Quick Katie said, nah, they're Vocaloid songs. Says, I love them so much. Vera said, I love music in this game. Quick Katie said, yes, Crystal, same wavelength. Magpie says, man, those are around when I was in middle school. So roughly around the same time as AA4 came out. Crystal said, I've recommended Alien Stage. Of course, I will recommend them. Quick Katie said, Persona 5 ends eventually. So does the videos. I know. But here's the thing. Also, I'm going to make a compilation video, but the Persona 4 one was over 20 minutes long. And that one I didn't have nearly as many videos. I have like 200 videos for Persona 5. I won't put all of them in the compilation, but that one might be like an hour long. I don't know if people want to watch that much of me. Crystal says, Persona 5 TikToks are probably the most successful ones so far, views-wise. They are, and the Danganronpa one's really successful early on, but also so much of that was like, I didn't get like as many views because my profile was so small. Then I think Omori after that, and now Persona 5, definitely. How about the Hawa?
I mean, my work and responsibilities are adding quotes and making silly polls and occasionally striking down bots. Shrug.
Okay, so as long as you're fine with it, Vero, if at any time you ever feel like, oh man, I want to go to the stream, but I don't want to deal with mod stuff, let me know. And like you can have a vacation from mod duties or anything you need, because you've gone like above and beyond. And thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Let's see, Nora said, I feel like Athena would throw hands with this Nayuta guy. Said, not the math class riddle. I had answered like 50 million of those in elementary school. I hated those. Said, what's a kilometer? A kilometer is like what other countries use instead of miles. They're 10 meters. No, excuse me, not 10 meters. Excuse me. I'm an idiot. That's a decameter. Wait, no, there's a deca. Sorry, it's 1,000 meters. 1,000? Kilo means 1,000, right? Right? Anyway, there's approximately, I think, 2 kilometers per mile-ish. Something like that. I don't know the metric system. Crystal says, why use kilometers when M is right here? Huh?
Kilometers is also miles Edgeworth. Lost long brother.
That's right. Instead of that, isn't that what we decided that our Fat Byakuya version of Edgeworth was? Instead of miles Edgeworth, it was kilometers Edgeworth. I forgot about that. Thank you, Vero, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Nora says, America, rah! Says, can't get over how cute that little sticker is. Vera said, Crystal, I did it for you, laughing. Vera said, we are the Asian gang. And there's a clip from Vera. I'll check that out in a minute. Let's hear a little bit from Bonnie here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet you all. I'm a lagomorph. Wait, lagomorph. Is that a word for like a type of what a rabbit is? A lagomorph? I gotta Google this. Hang on. Lagomorph. Lagomorphs are members of the taxonomic order Lagomorpha, of which there are 2 living families. The Leporidae, rabbits and hares, and the ... and that goes up. So, okay, so yeah, it's like a family that the rabbits belong to. I know, isn't like Lepus have someone who's a rabbit? Because wasn't there like a horror movie called Night of the Lepus where they had just like giant rabbits attacking the city or something like that? I'm a lagomorphin illusionist from the land of fairy tales, born into fame. Can't wait to do some magic tricks for all of you. Please witness, there is a time and place for all things, including magic. But it would be okay if I do just a little magic, right? Come on, please. Look, everybody's waiting. Now's my chance to shine. Oh. That is your second time. My second time doing what? There will be no further warnings. He's not gonna throw his beads at her, is he? You should know that from our preparatory meeting, correct? Yeep! Maybe it was a different Bonnie. I still think there's twins. There's no one exempt from His Holiness's rosary of suffering. May we have your testimony, witness? Once you've recovered from your disappointment. Well, as a huge fan of Trucy's, I don't really want to testify against her. But I guess I have to, don't I? Well, as a huge fan of Trucy's, huh? Oh yeah, okay, so for those who weren't here, like Nora, you were asking, see, even when she's evil, she's still adorable. I hate her. I loathe her. I can't stand that Trucy ride. Just 'cause she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. So this is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves. It's this sprite especially. She looks mischievous, not evil. And if you do a murder out of just a little mischief, maybe that's okay. Sure, you're a real fan, all right. Of destroying Trucy, you mean? Witness testimony. The understage passage. Okay, first of all, let's save again, because we gotta make sure that we are still doing this periodically. There we are. And let's check out this clip from Vero. Let's pop this up on the clip viewer so that we can all watch it together. This clip from Vero is titled, Never mind, I don't want to be a stag beetle anymore. All right, let's check this out. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Oh, I hope when we answer it, we do get promoted to a stag beetle. Oh, this is the math question. All right, shoot. A train leaving Chicago at 55 miles per hour departs at the same time as a train leaving Detroit at 45 miles per hour. They're traveling in opposite directions. If the defense... Thank you for cutting it off right before that I lost track of what I was doing. Crap, that's 43 minutes ago is when that was posted. Look at that. So I'm still so far behind, but at least not an hour behind, just 45 minutes behind. Crystal says, laughing. Quickity said, I don't know, lol. Said, go ahead and save, lol. Nora said, I'm scared. Vera said, Apollo, you had one job. Nora says, Apollo, no. Oh, here we go. Quick 82, 10. So yeah, I'm 40 minutes behind. I have gained 20 minutes. But I need to catch up a little bit more in the chat before we do this cross-examination. If you're lurking, I do play the game, I promise. I just like chatting with people. Y'all are my friends. Like, seriously, I know I sound like a broken record, but I could play this game by myself if I wanted to. Like, I do this because I want to see you guys. Quick Kitty said, I have one hope that my favorite part will happen before the stream ends. Okay, so how close are we to it now? Nora said, this is wild. Actually, peppers are fruits because they have seeds on the inside. Good call. Good call. Magpie says, that is an accurate description. He's incredibly Tumblr sexy man coded, though I hold that he would also be an excellent drag king. All right, that's all right. We talked about that last time. Nora said, help, what, Logan? Vera said, pull up. Quick said, Joker is Blair. Crystal said, love Harley. I actually have a friend, I haven't seen her in years, but I used to see her at conventions, who does an amazing Harley Quinn cosplay, like really good stuff. Magpie says, I have a genuine hate for everything Joker, except for Mark Hamill as an actor and Lego Batman's Joker. That was Zach Galifianakis who played him in Lego Batman, right? I assume you mean the movie, not the video game series. Maybe the video game series. Mark Hamill, I feel like he was great the last few times he appears Joker. Like, because he used to be always up and down like that. Now he's just down here like this. Because his voice has not aged well. Troy Baker, who did the Joker in Batman Arkham Origins, I feel like should be like the one that Mark Hamill passes the baton onto. Because Mark Hamill did great, but it's like... And plus, I think Mark Hamill has officially retired from the role ever since Kevin Conroy passed away. So I think Troy Baker? Nora said, Lego Batman, W movie. Oh, it is. It's so good. Vera said, another one that didn't make it were Spider... Oh, that was read on the pin message. Magpie says, Lego Batman is unironically the best Batman movie. Yes! And I say that as someone who generally dislikes comedy takes on Batman and has very strong Batman opinions. Here's the thing. Okay, sorry to go off on this tangent. I freaking love Batman, but I love all takes on Batman. I love the dark, serious. I love the campy and silly. I love comedy. I love Batman the Animated Series. I love Batman the Brave and the Bold. I love the 1960s Batman. I love the Tim Burton Batman. I love not every single take on Batman, but I love most of them. And yeah, I love Lego Batman. It is so good. Vera said, move on like how we are moving on with isekais. Vera says, I agree to Magpie. Queen Kitty said, you know what's an isekai I've been obsessed with lately? It's one where all the isekai kids go nuts and insane to the point where the people in the world starts killing any new isekai kids since then. Wait, what one is this? I only have heard of this one. Queen Katie said, so you know how compared to other prosecutors, Nayuta is pretty good? He's still good. At least it's not burning coffee or a whip or a hawk. Nora says, .com? Was that funny? Did I say it funny? Queen Katie said, or a disappointing frown. Let's see, Nora says, what is this man rambling about? Are we talking about me? Crystal said, oh, there's where the 180 degrees. That's where we lost all of viewers. Quick said, best punishments. Okay, here we go. I don't think, actually, Vero, I hate to ask, but I need to keep reading. Would you be a wonderful, amazing mod and do this poll of the best punishment? The options Queen Katie has are beads, whip, hawk, burning coffee, or just a smug smile. I assume the smug smile, is that Edgeworth? Once again, beads, whip, hawk, burning coffee, or smug smile. And Vera said, here you go with the hiragana. Crystal said, unnecessary feelings by Edgeworth. Nora said, I've been learning Japanese, but I'm still terrible at it. That's about me. I can say a few things. Vera said, you did awesome, Logan. Salute. Oh, thank you. Quick Katie says, you know what's funny? That phrase is reference to his name, meaning. Lol. Nora said, if I was being held hostage and somebody says, tell me what this says, and shows me something in any Japanese characters, I would not be returning home. And I've been learning it for 3 years at least. Well, I am past 900 days on Duolingo, and I did, at one point take a semester from the university. Nora says, I know it romanized. Vera said, laughing, I don't blame you. Oh, the poll is up. Thank you very much for posting the poll. And I'm going to go ahead and cast my vote for unnecessary feelings. So thank you, Vero. Thank you. Vera says, I don't blame you. Nora says, how does one speak in a language upside down, though? You should ask Extemporaneous. He used to write upside down comments in the chat. It confused me. Quick said, we are definitely not seeing my favorite part today. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but next time, right? Next time. Don't forget that when you check out the Discord tomorrow, because next week's schedule will be a bit different, as I said before. I may have to cancel Friday's stream. We shall see. Magpie says, I feel like Apollo is an atheist, as in like thinking God doesn't exist. He's an atheist, as in thinking God exists and owes me and she owes me money. Vera said, makes you look forward to next stream. To Queen Katie says, yep, Thursday will be wonderful. Let's see. Queen Katie said, helps we were very chatty, especially with Crystal suffering and Dongon. Oh, and Crystal has given some raid suggestions. Hang on, let me copy these over into my text files. Text file. I just have the one text file. But thank you very much, Crystal, because we will be checking this out. Because holy crap, we're 5 minutes away from the 3 hour mark. That's why I was saying 3, because 3 hour mark. So we will need to be checking these out soon. So, and if anybody else has raid suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm copying these down so we'll be able to pick one a little bit later. Let's see. Crystal is the keyboard slam. Oh, Beowulf says, hello, lonely man. Just got home from a convention. Was it a local one? Because Beowulf, we live in the same state. I'm not aware of any conventions going on right now. Did I miss a convention, a local con? Or were you up one like somewhere else? How was it? Vera said, I'm so tempted to clip that about the man nut. I will leave that to your better judgment, or worse judgment, possibly. Nora said, I had a long message that you might have missed that people didn't know if Samus was a boy or girl, but they just made a canon that Samus got all the girls, assuming he was a dude, and it was a girl. So she's a lesbian icon that gets all the girls. Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, because that was like a secret with the first Metroid game that you didn't find out unless you beat the game or entered a special password code. If I remember my retro Nintendo trivia correctly, the password code was Justin Bailey for some reason. I don't know who Justin Bailey is. But yeah, so I guess like people thought that Samus was a dude for us. So that makes sense. Why then lesbian? And Chris with 3 more raid suggestions. I'll copy these down. There we go. And let's see, Queen Katie is saying, hey, Bayo, glad to have you back. Yeah, so good to have you back, Beowulf. We've accomplished nothing so far tonight, Beowulf. Unless you count having fun with friends as something, which I certainly do. Beowulf said, it was fun. First time going all days. Why? May I ask what convention it was you went to? Or does that count as doxing? Queen Katie said, good old Logan time. For any lurkers, Logan time. Beowulf said, yay, favorite mainline prosecutor. I'm liking him so far. He seems kind of nice. Oh, and the poll is done. And unnecessary feelings won with 41% of the vote, with Honest Magpie contributing 190 channel points. Okay, I should probably get back to the game at some point. I don't know if I'm getting any close to catching up. Let me just 1 or 2 more comments here, though. Vera said, laughing, ayo, the hubbub. Crystal said, hubbub, hubbub. Nora says, Athena equals best girl. Quick Katie was saying, I was going to do a rebuttal with that case, but then I remembered the girl was the one being killed, and by a man. Vero says, aw, crap, welcome back to Vero as well. And Vero with the clip, we'll check out the clip in a minute, but I need to actually play the game. Here's the problem. When I spend too much time reading chat, as much as I love it, I do, and I probably shouldn't look at it, but I can't help it. I glance at and I see the lurkers leaving. It's like this guy doesn't play the games. I saw him on TikTok. He looks like he plays the game. He doesn't play the game. He talks to friends and like maybe makes 3 jokes a stream. Okay. I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mr. Reyes. I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up if she used a stage lift. Is it possible? Could Trucy really have? If Trucy did use a stage lift, I think she must have used stage lift number 2, which in our court record, we have on stage lift 2, the stage lift Trucy had to move out of the way during the show since it was already all the way up, except what we're gonna do, the prosecutor simply say, well, that's Trucy saying it was all the way up. The reason it's up is because she used it to push the body up, right? I was on stage for the entire show, by the way. Please don't ask me if I have a secret twin sister.
I suspect she has a secret twin sister.
You were on stage the whole time, and you're sure about that?
There is no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she is I cannot speak. She is shown clearly in the TV show footage as well.
I couldn't possibly have killed Mr. Reyes, not little old me.
Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim on the stage is the accused. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up to the stage without difficulty.
You gotta be kidding me!
Very well, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh wow, that was like a surprisingly small amount of dialogue to get from the testimony to the actual cross-examination. Crap, we just passed the 3-hour mark! Why am I so behind? Let's save again. Actually, no, I don't want to save on this. I want to save when we got the music going on. So I'm gonna click one more time here. The understage passage. There we go! Oh, wonderful, Bonnie. I know you're evil, but you're so darn cute. All right, so Vera has a clip. Let me load this up on the clip viewer so we can see whatever that I did that was apparently either funny enough or foolish enough or embarrassing enough to clip. This clip from Vero is titled, Ayo, look at my lawyer. I'm so going to jail. All right, let's see what this is.
Remind you that Ms. Wright is a girl. Girls don't do murders in the dark. There the defense rests. Hey, Apollo, what'd you think about that? But let me remind you,
she's not good at her job. Oh, but that was only 25 minutes behind, so I've gone from an hour behind to 40 minutes behind to only 25 minutes behind. I'm catching up. I can do it. Everybody, please do. You know, in like Peter Pan, when Tinkerbell dies, and everybody has to clap their hands and go, I believe in fairies. Please clap your hands and say that you believe in me. But not as a fairy. I'm not a fairy, but believe in me. Nora said, the point is that she's a small child. She's just a little baby. Queen Katie said, I still have hope for the last 30 minutes. We're going to get to my favorite part, though. Did I make it, Queen Katie? Nora says, Athena's face in that shot. I'm crying. Athena, best girl, said, no, he's not nice. He called the best girl a child. Vera said, the relationship feels so carrot and stick. Nora says, bunny girl, adorable bunny girl. Queen Katie said, right as we get to Bonnie, lol. Magpie says, Nayuta complimenting Emma reads like a young parent talking about their favorite child. Big feelings you feel. I mean, a little bit, but it's nice that there is positivity there. Because, like, although it was always...
TTS, I believe in Logan. Finishing this game next year, Jay.
It wasn't really /J at all, but thank you very much for that, TTS. I should have seen that coming. I appreciate it. But you know, here's the thing. It was always funny when Edgeworth would punish Gumshoe. It's like, you're losing your salary. But Gumshoe was nice and also felt bad. And Emma's being nice now. She's not mean like she was in the last game. And so, or 2 games ago. And so, like, I like seeing nice even if, yes. Nora says, Bonnie is adorable. I don't care if she's evil. Me too. Vera says Logan is, I was out of the country for a while. I know, how was your trip, by the way? Nora said, I don't know if I like this voice for this adorable little bunny girl. We've tried like 3 different ones. This is the one I think I like.
Nora says Logan should hire me as a voice actor for these games. /J. Vera said a guest VA. We have done that once or twice. Nora said she was just feeling a little silly and murdered a guy. It's fine. If you're just a silly little guy, that's a defense. Quick Kitty said, lol, the timing with that quote. Vera says, laughing. Quick Kitty says, love how I know for a fact Logan will get through this cross-examine very easily. Maybe not today, though. Maybe not tomorrow, but soon, and for the rest of my life. Nora said, I wish Bonnie wasn't evil. I feel like the same could be said of a lot of bad guys in this series. Quick Kitty said, by the way, I will say this here, since odds are that he'll see it soon, but there's 2 mood matrices total in this trial. Oh, joy. Evie says, sigh. So I think I figured out why my hip has been hurting and I need some advice. So I've been seeing a chiropractor for a while now, maybe close to a year. And I remember her working on my hips last Tuesday. I didn't think about it being related because I didn't hurt at that time or after, and only hurt after Friday. But I think maybe she did something to my hip. Should I stop going? I mentioned this before, and in fact, I consider this a rule of the stream, not to offer like medical advice here. So I will not offer unsolicited medical advice. I will say this. When I discovered I had some back problems from carrying a heavy backpack on one shoulder all throughout high school, I briefly did go to a chiropractor for a while, mainly because like all the popping felt really, really good. I don't know if they're real. I don't know if they're quacks. I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. There was one day I went to the chiropractor for an adjustment, and the usual doctor was gone. And this guy came in and he was like, sorry, he's out. I'm his replacement today. And I hate to say this, but he was this great big huge guy with like a lazy eye. So one eye was pointed forward and one was like off to the side. And he like went to like do a back adjustment. He like slammed on my hip. So like my bone hips weren't, but he like bruised me and it hurt. So I don't know, but I hope your hip gets feeling better. But yeah, I as a rule, I refuse to offer any medical advice, but I hope you get feeling better. And I'm sorry, but I hope if you need to see a doctor, I don't want to set a precedent of like unsolicited medical advice, if that makes sense. Bill said, yeah, Davis Conference Center had AWU going on this weekend. It was very fun. What's AWU? I don't think I know that. I know that they have like anime bonsai up, and I think they have that in Layton sometimes. AWU? Chris says, who is Samus Aran and what game they in Metroid? So, for example, Metroid Dread came out a while ago. I'm thinking about playing that. They had it the last Nintendo Direct is Metroid Prime 3 or 4? So she is a classic Nintendo bounty hunter. She's in Smash Brothers. And she's a bounty hunter, and she is kick butt, and she wears this like spacesuit and can turn into a ball, and one of her arms could be a gun and fire like, yeah, she's awesome. She's just a kick butt bounty hunter lady. Nora said, quote, that makes sense. Why then lesbian? English. Bill said, nah, I'm not in the front. So it's fair game.
TTS, sorry, she can turn into a ball?
Yes. In fact, I'd even mentioned her at the beginning of the stream just by coincidence. Oh, I found out that there was a Japanese manga doing some Metroid stories, and they had these gag strips where there's a running gag that for some reason she just like loved turning into a ball. It was like super comfy and cozy, and it was just kind of funny and adorable. But yeah, if you press down once you crouch, press down a second time, you turn into a ball, and then you can roll in place. And as a ball, you can like plant bombs and stuff. And if the bomb goes off while you're at it, it like propels you up into the air. It's a cool game. But yeah, if you've ever heard the term Metroidvania as describing a genre, it's a combination of Metroid and Castlevania. And thank you for the TTS. I appreciate that. Nora says, Crystal, I have no idea. I just heard about it from the internet, but it was funny because it was like the 1980s. Well, yeah, because that's like when all the classic Nintendo franchises started, right? Like Super Mario, Metroid. Donkey Kong may have started in the late 70s. When was the first Donkey Kong game? I actually don't know. Magpie says, 190 channel points and I still lost. I was voting for the board. Queen Katie said, I say you can press this cross-examination, then save for the next stream. I don't know. We're out of time, though. Vera says, we were a close second, though, and then good job. Chris says, no! Nora says, 13,499. Oh, my gosh. Bill said, hey, Apollo is in the GGS costume. Love Ryonosuke. I'm looking forward to playing that game. But Beowulf, I still may play Edgeworth Investigations first. Depends on how long it takes us to get through this game. We may be so long that you'll have beaten both Edgeworth Investigation games before we get done with that. Oh, and a pin message, 1981. So that's when Donkey Kong came out. Gotcha. So thank you. So this wasn't quite the 70s. So thank you very much. Of course, in that game, Mario was called Jumpman, right? I think. I don't know if that's actually because I think they retconned Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong into being Cranky Kong in Donkey Kong Country. So I don't know how that works. Crystal says, even with me playing different games, Astarion always hunt me on TikTok. Just try to avoid the Danganronpa spoilers while you're there. Vera said, yes, I said the same thing, laughing. Ryu should have been Apollo's ancestor because they look so alike. So he's Phoenix's ancestor, right? Magpie says to Beowulf, it's just a school uniform, because it's a pretty standard uniform in Japan, if I remember correctly. Beowulf said, it's a reference to DGS. All the costumes are references to Ace Attorney. Well, Beowulf, we have everybody in costumes. As you saw, Athena's in her maid costume, and Phoenix is in his El Tigre costume, which I freaking love. And I think it's getting Vera a little hot under the collar because of how much of Phoenix's chest you can see. Vera said, I have a really social family that's also family oriented, so the trip was a lot of visiting distant relatives. Trip was okay. But it was really socially draining. Okay, so I was just a little bit worried because you went on this trip and for some reason I just assumed it was like a short, like couple of days, and then you were gone for like, how long has it been? A week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. And I was just worried that maybe you'd gotten sick or something, so I'm just glad you're back. We missed you, Vero. Vero says, Anthro Weekend Utah. Okay, so that's why I didn't hear about it, because it's like a furry thing then, because I'm not a furry. But okay. Evie says, that's okay, Logan. You don't have to offer advice. Just wanted to let you know my new revelation. I texted my best friend, and she gave me some advice. Okay, good. Well, I hope your hip gets feeling better. So that must means I've got to be close to catch up in chat, because I'm seeing references to stuff from like 5 minutes ago. Crystal says, aw, says sorry. Sorry she can turn no ball, says that's awesome. Vera said 1981. Nora said, I'd like to point out the me versus Logan diary beef will remain for thousands of years to come. Forgiveness will not be granted. I think you should watch the VODs and see the circumstances surrounding us reading the diary, and then see if that changes your opinion. Fair? Bill says, play DGS before investigations, please. I want to actually be able to be here for them. Crystal's laughing. Well, we'll see, Bill. We'll see. We got time to decide. Queen Katie says, still stuck in lurk mode. Wait, you were? Huh? Vera said, it was supposed to be short, but I was fooled. Queen Katie said, so I'm going to say in advance, thank you for stream. I'm almost at 2 more comments. 2 more comments, or maybe 3 more popping up. Beo said, yes, it's Utah's one and only FurCon. Is that like the proper terminology? Vera said, you're not missing out. Just chat. Nora said, okay, but like still, invasion of little baby's privacy. Eva says, nice lol. Quigata said, I'm in the restroom. And with that, 3 hours, 10 minutes, 47 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night, mentioning the bathroom. 'Cause that's how we do things. Okay, let me take a quick look at our raid suggestions. Some of them appear to be even offline at this point. That one's offline. That one's followers only. That one has a lot of viewers. I gotta catch my breath after all that. Oh, what? What was that? What was that? Something just happened.
Just popping in as I have a 5 a.m. flight, but the Yu-Gi-Oh! WCQ is finished and it was an absolute blast. Getting to see the scripted duel live, in Miku form, aka on a TV screen, made it all worth it.
Wait, so it's scripted read, like with the characters? Were they the voice actors?
Hey, loser.
Wendy and Clam, thank you both for the 10 minutes. You're getting here after the 3-hour mark, but it's so good to see both of you. How are you? And Clam, thank you again so much for sending me that info. As I said in the Discord message, I didn't have time to look into it for tonight, but I will be looking into that because that could be super, super helpful. But Wendy, thank you so much for re-upping the sub. 36 months. You know what that is? That's a subscription, baby. That's a 4th one. 4th subscription, baby. We need like a celebration song for that. I need a redeem for a subscription, baby. But thank you so much. And a 6-month streak, thank you. And thank you, Clam, for the 10 bits. I gotta read a few more comments. Bill said, it's the shorthand. Vera said, good luck, Katie. Let's see. Magpie says, good job, Logan. Vera says, Wendy, I know it's like now that you guys are here, it's like I wanna stay and like go longer. But we should probably wind down pretty soon. Let's see. Nora said, Logan, you're in Utah, right? Or did I imagine that? Yes, I am. Beowulf and I and Clam. Several of, and Rukov, a bunch of us are in Utah. That is correct. In fact, I think I even have Utah as a tag on the stream still. Vera says, 20, have fun though. And he said, yeah, it was the voice actors, but they had to pre-record it, so it was on TV screen. It was an absolute blast. That is still so freaking cool. Crystal says, hey, and Wendy, thank you for being in here, even if you're only popping. If you stick around for like, 30 more seconds, we're gonna do a raid here. Said Yugi did the infinite Karibos trick. It was glorious. If they were actually in person, I probably would have cried. I want to meet Eric Stewart. I want to meet Rachel Lillis, but I found out that she's like got cancer. Because I love both Jesse and James. I want to somehow meet both of them, but I don't know how anymore. Nora said, would you have been at FanX in 2023? Let's see, 2023, was that the year? I believe I was there, but just briefly. I was actually working for my job. I had a booth, and I was there for like 1 or 2 days, but I did briefly get to do like 1 lap of the exhibit hall. So just very, very briefly. But yes, and I've gone to FanX before. But all right, it's time for raid stuff because we're at the 3-hour mark. If anyone is lurking, let me give you the rundown here. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. However, this upcoming week, Friday, will probably be canceled. Clam knows why, because I probably got an improv show that day. Clam, are we for sure? Do we have a schedule for that? Just to make sure. But I'll post on Discord about that. So yeah, if you're lurking, do check out. I'm sure it's already been posted, but let me do these right now. Get the raid message, get the link tree, so you can check it out. It has a Discord invite link, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Twitter, all those things. Feel free to check them out if you're so inclined. Vera says, have fun though. When he said, yeah, it was already read that. Nora said, okay, cool. I went there on Saturday of 2023. I can't remember if that was the day I was there or not. But I hope you had fun. Bill said, so did I. Let's see. There's the schedule. Meowrick said, thanks for the stream, Logan. I didn't know you're here, Meowrick. So good to see you. How are you? Magpie says, good night, Logan. Queen Katie says, bye. Nora says, yo, sick. I went there to see some cosplayers. Bill says, see you, Logan. Vera says, bye-bye. Bill said, met Yuri Lowenthal. Crystal says, bye-bye. Nora says, bye. Bayo says, oh wait, no, I was Friday, not Saturday. Nora says I went all the way from Minnesota to meet the cosplayers, and it was fabulous. All right, thank you all. I love and appreciate you all. You're amazing. This was a lot of fun stream. I really needed this after this week. The stuff for my shoulder has been very painful, and I needed this unwinding, this social stuff. You're amazing. I love and appreciate you all. Have an amazing Monday. I'll post a schedule tomorrow on Discord. See you on Tuesday for Persona 3. Enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.